Yo, yo, yo. What's happening, people? Ears to the road, ears to the lockdown, ears to everyone. We're back. Podcast settings, zoomings. Man like Alpha in the building.
Back.
Man,
Myself, Mac, we're back again. What's it been a month, innit?
yeah, it's been about a month. Yeah, we aim for one a month. We've dropped episodes though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What's
man.
his hair, blood?
JB's like moving.
What did you say? Sorry, I'm not gonna. I didn't even know you was talking to. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Man, zoned. Introduce yourself, man.
Sorry, I'm new. I'm just introducing
Bro,
stuff.
you're about 5 episodes deep.
Yeah, but you see the whole introduce like, yo, it's here, man. we're ears to the yo,
I was trying to say we're corny, blood.
Nah, you lot been podding, cuz. I'm J Beats. Yeah, bruv. We're reviewing things and talking stuff. Yes. That's my intro. Cool, bruv. These men are seasoned like jerk. I'm a bit plain Jane still.
Man said salt and pepper and a bit of lemon.
Yeah, cuz.
And lemon and herbs.
Don't herbs too much.
Trust.
They're zooming and booming until
Trust me.
onwards. But you know what though? With the easing of lockdown, I don't know. Hopefully we can get back in the stew.
Yeah. Do you know what? There is definitely something with being in the studio, even just like social cues. Like, and just the energy is different when we're all in the studio. But yeah, man, Twan couldn't be here today. This is son's 10th birthday. So happy birthday, King.
Yeah.
And Ryan is floating in and out.
Ryan, fam.
Ryan's just ghosting as normal.
Black screen massive.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. This is it, man. Make sure you lot check us out. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at EarsToTheRoad. Also visuals now as well. And you lot seem to be liking it. So when we're actually back in the studio, it looks like we have to put our hand in our pocket a little bit more and get a videographer. I guess one of you, man, got a little setup, a little camera and that.
Yeah,
and,
right. Still.
Yeah, bait face. And then, yeah, man. YouTube's there, so we're active again on YouTube, taking it back to the foundations, Mac.
That's it.
Back to the foundations of the broke down laptop.
Bruv, he got his hair, blood.
Trust me. How is everyone anyway, man? What you lot been on?
Good, bro, man. Flipping. I've been doing a few bike rides and that. Gymming in the yard, walks. And that's it, bro. Like, I went to the park today still. And hella people. I just strolled around the park and that and just came yard, bro. But same old, bro. What about you, man?
Well, same old for me still. I mean, making tunes, trying to stay active. I'll be honest, our man's put on a bit of lockdown weight, so I'm trying to. Yeah, bruv. Yeah, bruv. I don't know, man. I'm not this home training guy like that. I used to try and go gym when I can. Now, this home lockdown workout thing is not me. I'm trying to find alternatives, but yeah, no, man's been parking bare car. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sun's been decent and staying in the yard when the sun's beaming is not the one. To be honest, I just do hella walks. Like I'll just go outside for the sake of it. Like let's say I'm in the yard and I take a phone call. I'll just be sitting down for like an hour plus. I just said I'll just go and walk in the park instead. At least get some sort of physical activity. Said where I'll just be sitting on my ass. But yeah, same old shit, man. Just waiting until we can get back to some sort of
active.
Yeah, but we move, innit?
Yeah, man.
Soon come, man. I reckon 2 more weeks he might say, yo, you can.
But all I'm saying is, you see, once they've actually eased the lockdown, that's when you need to be more cautious than
Yeah,
ever.
yeah, for real.
Because everyone's just gonna be out here throwing around the clap like it's nothing, blood. Like it's AIDS back in the 80s, bro.
Yeah, no, it's true, because even when they've eased the lockdown this time around, because obviously there's stages in it. Now I'm not into the politics like that, so I don't know how many stages there is and when they're gonna be implementing it. But as of now, what I could see, as soon as they've eased it down this one bit, when I've been going shopping or whatever the case may be, yo, roads are active, bro.
Yeah, they've been
Hella
active.
busy now, bro.
No,
Look
it's
up
even
in
more.
South End, bro.
Did you see that shit?
Mobbed.
Social distancing.
Social nothing.
People all tapped because everyone's going to the beach. Like, oh, why is there so much people here? You lot are
Because you are going to the beach as well. You're not the only person with the idea.
Bruv, man think they're going to some isolated alleyway in the hood, bruv. Like, fam.
Like the beach ain't busy any other day that is sunny. So it's obviously going to be even more busy now because no one's at work.
Yeah, exactly. And even bank holiday the other day, even though, to be fair,
What even is a bank holiday at the moment?
I even forgot it was a Monday, let alone bank holiday Monday, because every day feels the same.
Every day is
I promise
weekend to
you,
me, bro.
Every day Sunday.
My girl said to me yesterday, "Oh, you recording the podcast?" I was like, "No, Wednesday." It's like today's Tuesday. I was like, "Oh shit, I got some homework to do."
Fam, honestly, I gotta check the calendar to actually know what day it is.
Trust me.
I think the only thing that's been keeping me on track of knowing what day it is Fridays, when there's new music, Big Zoo, Big Eats, and
good show, man.
Yeah, and
I've only caught the first episode. Do you man watch episode 2 already?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Zoos are Sheffers, no drill.
Trust. Yeah, man. Zoos are Sheffers. Sheffers, no murder.
Yeah. Trust. But yeah, other than that, Monday with the
Jimmy
Jamie
Carl's was sick though. The music, the food, bruv. As a vegan, I was salivating, bruv.
Yeah, I seen him do some vegan thing on episode 1 for Jimmy Carr.
Yeah, Zoo's a versatile chefers because I follow him on Insta anyway. Before the cooking thing, as he'll be doing a little vegan this and that. I'm like, yo, my man can really cook on all aspects still. I rate him still. You know when you turn the fat boy thing into a check, I hear it.
Yeah, Biggie done it.
Yeah, man. So yeah, big up Big Zoo still.
Yeah, man, big up Big Zoo. Like me, I can't lie. I've been in my yard. I leave the yard maybe once a week. Like this week is the first week I've started to get a little bit more active. I was in the park for about 4 hours yesterday. I'm sure that's the longest time I've spent out of my house. Yeah, for the whole time that lockdown's been thing. Because like I wouldn't say I'm scared of it, yeah, but I'm quite happy chilling in the yard anyway. Like, and where man's a bit asthmatic and that, I don't know how it's gonna react with me if I do get it. So I've been cautious.
Yeah, of course.
And I've heard stories of like people, non-asthmatics or whatever, they just feel like they're drowning, bro. Imagine being in the yard and feel like you're drowning.
It's a bit nuts.
Because like obviously I'm not a scientist and this isn't a science podcast. We'll start talking about grime in a minute. But apparently the way what it does, it attacks your cells in your lungs and then it gives you pneumonia and it's like fluid in your lungs and that. So it's all mad. And yeah, I'm not trying to see them days.
Yeah, well, to be fair, if you're in the park or whatever and that's all you're doing, well, I can only speak for myself, but when I've been to the park, there's enough distance.
Yeah. No, and the park was nice, bro. Like I trained, I done exercise out in the park. I ate some food. I meditated.
Right, yeah, the whole picnic, fam.
What, all in the park?
Yeah, bro.
Are you trying to catch up on old times? Like,
yeah, bro. Like that's me anyway. And listen, talking of meditation and them things there, bro. What do you know about grime meditation? There's a guy on Instagram. What's his name? Is it Michael? Nah, the thing. Wait, let me find it.
There's a grime everything, you know. Grime meditation, bruv. There's going to be a grime pallbearer next.
It's called, yeah. He's called Mikel the Energy, yeah, and he does, you know, like the spiritual African dancing. What's it called? Cesario.
Man, I don't know that thing, bro.
You know, like when it's and it's just pure energy and just pure, just listen. Mondays, yeah, he does his grand meditation. Mondays at 10 o'clock. I missed it this Monday. I was pissed, but you see this Monday coming, I'm there, active, sweating, cardiovascular, the grime. Just, I'm gonna show you the video. When I'm gonna tag you, man. I'll show you the video, and you'll be like, yes.
Wait, hold on a sec. Is that guy? I saw one clip of this done on Insta. He was doing some mad moves to one take instrumental. Was that him?
I don't think no, I don't know. I haven't seen a one take one. I mean, I've only been following him since like Saturday, I think, because Ghetts posted him in his story, and I was like, "Raw, what is this?"
Wait, so is he only doing meditation, or is he?
No, it's like it's a form of meditation. Meditation is not just sitting there going.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not a meditating guy, bro. I literally for this grime yoga thing, like I don't know.
No, it's skanking. It's skanking. Like, and you're just, and what he's saying is you're purging the bad energy out of you. The music is making you move, and you're just letting loose and just letting all the energy and the movement, and you just
got you. Okay.
So, what does he do then? Does he what? Like,
what's
his involvement?
Bearing in mind, I've been following him less than a week, and I do have other things to do in my life apart from like study people on Instagram. But he seems to be like a spiritual coach, I suppose, like someone that speaks about spirituality a lot, clean living, all of these kind of things. And yeah, man, like my girl saw it, she started busting up at first, like, because it looks wild, did it? But it resonates with me like on a deeper level. But
you're into all them things there. So.
Yeah, man, trying to connect with that higher power. It just so happens that I was born when I was born, where I was born, and grime is a part of my life. Otherwise, I don't know, I'd be listening to bells and them kind of musics.
Massive bells, you know.
432 hertz music.
Grime meditation, you know, that's actually
That's what I was going to say to you, actually, like, Jay. Can you make grime at 432 hertz instead of 440 hertz?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know about hertz and all them thing there, man.
Frequencies.
Bro, I don't know, man. Like, you went way over my head with that. I thought he was gonna say a BPM, like I don't know, 33 BPM or something. No, you said hertz. I'm like, nah, bro. Oh, well, man.
Say nothing. Anyway, yeah, man, that's what's been going on. Anyway, a lot of music's come out. I tell you what, though, the only thing that I'm not loving about lockdown is interfering with the way that I interact with music.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I've kind of got more time on my hands than what I've ever had, but I have less time to listen to music.
Well, how do you listen to music first and foremost?
So when I'm traveling to work, traveling is where I get intimate with music.
Is
like,
it?
Yeah, or if I'm like, when I'm traveling, if I'm driving or I'm on a train or whatever, or when I'm doing housework, if I'm doing washing up or hoovering or whatever, I've always got something in my ears. I tell you what, though, I do listen to a lot of podcasts because it's even affecting the way I interact with podcasts, man. I'm so behind on so many podcasts that I listen to religiously. Yeah, and it's proper interfering with how I react to music. I've been reading though. I read the book. I've been reading
as well, blood.
I got a new grime book, innit? It's called The Inner City Struggle.
Who wrote it again?
Is it Dan Hancock?
Yeah, that's it.
It's a really interesting book.
Wait. Who Hancock?
Is it? Wait.
He's not related to the Donny at number 10, is he?
Wait.
I can't.
Imagine if Donny's cousin wrote a grime book. Anyway, don't mind me. But I heard good things about that bookstore. It's been out for a minute, right?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's there. It's in this end one. Yeah, it's
Well, Amazon thing.
Yeah, look. Yeah, it's called Inner City Pressure: The Story of Grime. So for the people that are on Dan Hancock. Amazon. It's like a
Who is he exactly? Is he a photographer or something?
Some journalist or something.
No, I think he's a journalist. But he doesn't speak. So I'm only about 2 chapters in, and as far as I've got so far, he's spoken about things. He's not coming at it. Oh, this is grime and this is what happened. Boom, boom, boom. He's talking about the word grime and the history as to how grime has become grime in East London, where it was birthed, and it's about the social economic stuff. It's about what's going on with labor and gentrification and the building of Canary Wharf, and even down to the fact that there's a painting of the Docklands, like the old Docklands back way back when there's all factories along the River Thames, and it was called something 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 grime, and the artist, his name was something something Wiley. Yeah. Trust me, JB's is raising his eyes. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. He took it to
spooky, blood.
Yeah, bro. Did he get a time machine or something? Like he just had the foresight. Like, that's mad,
You know what I mean?
Grime and Wiley. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's spelled different, but yeah, his middle name was like Wiley or something like that. And
did they talk about how the name Grime even come about?
Yes. Yeah, so that's where I'm up to now, like the whole break off from garage and stuff. But he's talking about how something about East London has always been grimy. Like even back in the 1800s, when this picture was painted, it was called something something grime. Like the word grime was in there, and then it was talking about how all of the artists that grew up in Bow or whatever would look up and see Canary Wharf, and they always talk about Canary Wharf, and it's like the us and them, and they was talking about he goes into like facts and figures and stuff about how much money the government was spending on private tower blocks and
states and all them.
Yeah, it's a really good. Living it, you don't really, these things are happening, but you don't know how to articulate it. But hearing someone else articulate what you were seeing, it's with like, the facts, it's like, oh shit. Like, it's not, it doesn't seem like so far anyway, like, oh, grime was birthed because garage didn't really want grime in it, these rappers, and Wiley came across this Eskimo sound, it that will probably come, but at this moment, it's about everything that goes on around it.
And then eventually it trickled down to what we have now. Which
is and I suppose he's talking about the conditions that created grime.
Yeah, of course.
But
what was left behind was the inner city kids. Man.
Like, and yeah, man, it's sick because even when you listen to the way that people spit now compared to back then, like back then it's like, oh, when I get signed, when I blow, I want to make a meal. Like all that was all the lyrics back there, did it? Like, I want to make a meal, I want to blow.
I think Lethal had a bar. I want to make a million.
Whereas now, like obviously no one's gonna turn their nose up at £1 million, but if you're an artist, making $1 million should be light work for you now. Like, I'm not saying everyone's gonna make $1 million, but like that's a light target.
You know what it is though? It's obviously quite reflective of the times, because see when they say, "Oh, when I get a deal, boom, 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 this and that." Like, there wasn't that much success stories to have as an example, other than maybe More Fire Crew, So Solid, Dizzy Rascal now, whatever the case may be. And now you wouldn't even hear guys talk about wanting a deal. Guys are getting signed,
or even wanting a meal.
Guys are getting signed and they're keeping it a secret.
Yeah.
And even the milk thing, we've now seen, it's like, nah, bro. Like,
there's a lot of there's quite a few millionaires in grime.
Yeah. Like you could probably make
a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, 100%. So it's like, like you could be a lot more up than that. But that's the foresight they had. Like, they didn't know Obviously,
Yeah.
now we've got streaming and boom, boom,
Like
boom.
I
So
can't lie. For me as a MC, my ultimate goal, like my first ultimate goal, I suppose, was to get a reload on Rinse or an Eskimo dance. Like that was like my ultimate goal. Like if I was on a tune with Wiley, that would be like I won the lottery.
that's it. I don't need to do anything now. That's it. There's nothing peaking.
That's your life goal, blood. That's your target back then.
Like that was what it was back then. Whereas there's kids now that literally their thing right now is like, boom, I want a TV show. Like they're starting this grime thing and they're thinking ultimately a TV show or whatever it is. But yeah, man. Anyway, let's get into it because there is quite a lot to get into.
Yep.
Right, wait, hold on. Where is the running order? Let me have a look.
Where we going? Royal Rumble.
Yeah, man. So yeah, talking to TV shows. See, I'm a dickhead. Ryan, cut it, man. Drop it, man. Like I had the perfect. You know when I gave myself the through ball. Yeah, you know Fernando Torres.
And then
Yeah,
you
against
missed the
Man
open goal.
United. You know Fernando Torres against Man United. Man missed the open goal.
Missed open goal, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so talking to TV shows, Big Zoo had this thing, Big Eats, and he's had a busy lockdown, innit?
Yeah,
Been
yes,
active, to be
still.
fair.
Like he's had a busy lockdown because he's released a project with a few of his peers, Eyes,
Capo Lee,
Capo Lee, and
Kamikaze.
Kamikaze, who I'm just gonna say from the jump, his cadence is second to none. I think. I don't think anyone sounds like him.
No.
With, but anyway, I died. Like I'm getting it too ahead of myself. But I do like Cam a lot.
Yeah, man. Cam's good, bro. But you see this project, yeah, with the title and even the artwork, Royal Rumble, them man are holding belts and all that, you know, microphone champion at the back. I initially just took it as, right, each track I'm going to listen to, I'm going to dissect it as if it was an actual wrestling match and who is who in the ring
Jeez.
and who bodied who. So that's how I went through this whole concept of this whole thing. Look, like I don't even know if they're actually on the mic trying to say I've got better bars than you. I don't think it was that. But the way I took it initially, I was like, right, cool. In my head, this is how I'm gonna dissect this whole thing. And I think, and especially when they had like towards the end, like we'll get to it, they had their own like
Styles.
Yeah, their own styles and that. Like I thought, oh, okay. Initially I was like, right, you got the better one, and I thought, oh nah, actually you got the better one, and then come to my assumption at the end. But I thought it was a good little project, bro.
Yeah, sick.
First off, I'm just gonna say it came across quite friendly. They were making songs together rather than trying to. It wasn't like the movement.
No.
You know the movement. Even though they're making songs together, you can tell Ghetts was just trying to take everyone's head off.
They're biting each other's head off, bro.
Like they're going for each other's necks. This was a bit more friendly. Everyone kind of had their own little style and their own little thing, and they brought it. My initial reaction to the whole project was, this is solid. Like it's good. Everyone brings something. No one was carried.
No.
No one was carried on this. But I can't help but think, like, if you was to ask me right now, yeah, if it was a Royal Rumble, who won the Royal Rumble? Yeah, it's Kamikaze comes out on top, yeah, and Zoo just behind. But I think that's just got more to do with the tone of voice. Like Kamikaze's got that tone of his voice where I have to listen. Like I don't know what it is. And do you know what? Actually, no, I'm trying shit. He's got the tone of voice and he actually got something to say. His little metaphors and his like they're actually pretty cold. Like certain things that he says, like, yeah, he's a smart dude.
Yeah. Do you know what was good about this tape? I think everyone had a standout moment. Because I was listening and I'm listening to kind of like, rah, who won on that tune? Who had the best verse? But everyone had their moment. Like I think Capo had the best verse on Fire, the first tune.
Yeah.
100%. I think Kamikaze had the best verse on Pay the Fee.
100%.
I think Eyes had the best verse on 180 with the with the counting down thing.
Yeah,
Cool down, same thing.
Yeah, and Zoo, I think. I don't know the name of the tune, man. So I'm saying,
screaming. No, skirming.
Scheming, isn't it?
Screaming. Yeah, scheming. That's it. I've written it wrong. Yeah, scheming.
Is that his solo tune?
Nah, his solo one.
He had Zoo style, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have been scheming, but yeah, no, it wasn't like a thing where he lacked that day. Like they
It wasn't like another collaborative project that came out not that long ago. But we'll continue.
No, this is good. This was good still. Yeah, like you said, they wasn't trying to bar each other's head off. I think they literally just went in the studio. I was like, let's just make tunes. It didn't seem too, like, I don't know, forced. It seemed pretty natural. I think they're naturally, they're barrers.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do what they're gonna do. What's you man's favorite tune though?
Pay the Fee. 100% is my favorite tune. Like even just down to the beat, it's just got that kind of old school kind of vibe. Do you know what it sounds like? Yeah, it's got that kind of vibe, like back in, I don't know, like 06 kind of vibe, like when people are trying to make tunes with a concept. You know, when people are trying to get signed, yeah, people are trying to make a tune, they got a concept and they're talking about that subject. They're not just talking to the perpetual you, to the you, or to the he or the they. There's a beginning, middle, and an end. Like there's a reason why and everything. It's a good song.
Yeah, I like that tune a lot, man, because it's a subject that is not really spoke about that much, and I think if you're in the music game, a lot of people can relate, especially in this grime thing, depending on what level you're at. But even like, there's a lot of free raves and all of this and that, or even just raves where people want to book.
Turn up on a spit.
Not even that, like there might be a biggish dance, a dance that's got peas to bust, even if it ain't the belly, but you can at least pay for man's petty, like that's selling out at least an 800 cap venue.
Yeah,
they will book you, and your fee is exposure. But it's like that fee could only be so much, because after a while the exposure's like, well, bro, like man's exposed. Man's exposed.
I've got no clothes on.
Bruv, naked. No boxes, bruv. Man's eye. Like, come on, cough up now. So I hear it, and everyone has their own story. Even the stuff like Camo talking about, like, you know, come with my guys. Now you're trying to tell me you don't smoke. You tell me about Shamps and a rider, that is beers and towels. Like, listen, like, I could somewhat relate. I've seen things go wrong. Like, hold on a sec. Wait, something's missing here, bruv. There's a couple things from the itinerary in the email that you said, man. Where have they gone, fam? You've had bare excuses on the day now. So, and you see that the EP, I don't think it's that conceptual.
No, it's just that song.
But that song, yeah. And it's not wrong, like, it's not that conceptual, because everyone's doing their thing, they're spraying, whatever. And they made it in a short space of time as well. But yeah, that tune.
See, it's mad. For me, I think that's my least favourite track, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, and it's not even what the subject's about. I think just the feeling that I got from the tune, it didn't really sit with me. I didn't really like, compared to the others, I was listening to it in order. It wasn't on a shuffle thing. Like, after the first track, On Fire, which I kind of regard as probably, along with 180, for me, them two are probably my two favourite tunes. When I heard Pay the Fee, it was just a bit, I don't know, I just weren't really feeling it. Like, just weren't feeling it at all. I think it might have been the beat, to be fair. Like, but then what they were saying, I hear what they're saying, but then when I weigh up and I heard their verses on other tracks and that. I think they had a lot more to say. Obviously, I know what the subject's about, but I felt like they had more to say on other tunes. And that tune, for me, believe it or not, is probably the only tune on there where I had nothing really to say about it, really. It just didn't sit with me, do you know what I mean? But, you know, each their own.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I mean, maybe I was just blinded by the concept. Maybe I just liked the concept and the subject matter that much. I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, that's my thing. But yeah, man. No, but yeah, 180 is definitely my second favorite.
Yeah, I like 180, bro.
Like, and do you know what? It's eyes that.
Eyes, yeah, 100%.
It's the counting down thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is? That's something that I would try to do. Like when I'm writing, like it's something I might not think about it, but like now I've seen it, I'm like, that's something. It's clever, isn't it?
And it's not just flow as well. His flow was different to everyone else. It was more like kind of trippy, kind of trilly, kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like up until that point, up until when I spat, originally I thought Capo had the best verse on this, and then when Eyes come true, I was like, no.
Capo's consistent.
Yeah, no, he is.
Capo's consistent.
Yeah, like on the first one, believe it or not, the way I sort of like pictured it, Capo come true and he just stone cold Steve Austin, stunned every man in that ring, blood, and just walks away. Like,
even just the way that he came in.
Yeah, it's the way he enters into tunes. Like I'm just like, okay.
And he's just got a weird flow. Like I don't think I could even flow like Capo if I wanted to. Like you know,
flow's been boogie.
It's just,
it's good. It's a good boogie.
Yeah. Good boogie. Yeah, 100%.
It's like a President T good boogie in a sense where it can throw you off. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first heard Capo, I knew he was good, but I was like, And then when I've seen him more on radio and I heard more tunes, and I was like, no, actually, this flow is actually sick. But it can throw you off if you're not used to it.
And do you know who done that for me? Sorry to take it all the way left here, but you know who done that for me? Terminator. Brother, the first time I heard Terminator on that PHTV thing, I was like, Revolver shit. Like, I'm sorry. I do not rate Revolver at all. But Terminator, I was like, who the fuck are these two? Imagine both of them together. You've turned on to see Scorcher, yeah, absolute barrers, and you've got these two people with these mad flows, yeah. And when I was like, enter the future, stand up outside your house, enter your mom's bedroom, and confiscate your mom's blouse. So, what the fuck is this?
You can't compare it to no one, bruv.
But I promise you, yeah, about 2 months later, I said, this guy's sick. He is the coldest. He is the coldest. Man goes, I got one flow, and that's all I need. I only do music because Scorcher said, are you on this? Oh, he's sick. But yeah, man. I want to watch you. He's got an interview with some guy on Instagram. He's been doing things with all these footballers. Can't remember his name. Yeah, I'm gonna send you links, but certain man got an interview with Noel Ranger, Jack Wilshere, basically all the mandem footballers.
I think I know who you talk about. Is it a white guy, like big guy with tattoos, bare tattoos?
No, it's a black guy, mandem. Like he I think he plays for Brentford. The guy, I don't know his name. I just come across his video, and he's got these chats where he's talking to, and he's got Terminator, because Terminator used to play like division for Dagenham and Redbridge and that. He's just got bare football heads on there, but you know that the man then one.
Terminator was a ballers, man.
Yeah, man. He's got.
He's just on crud. That's the thing.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. So yeah, back to Royal Rumble.
What rating you man giving it?
Do you know what?
What's the rating out of? Is it out of 5 or out of 10?
Out of 5.
I'll say 3.
I'm torn between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I'm torn between 3 and 4. Only because I feel like it's a little bit better than average. like giving it a 3 feels like a cop out, innit?
Mm.
Yeah, but it's a bit
Technically, 3 is over half, innit? So it's not really like bad.
yeah, I suppose. Because I think it is good. Like
Good.
there are
It's good.
moments. Do you know what it is? There are moments like, for example, Eyes' bar on 180,
Mm.
which that's got hella replay value.
Mm.
Yeah, even Zoo style,
Zeus
hella
stuff.
replay, got
Yeah.
hella replay value.
Mm.
Even capo style,
Mm.
it's all got replay value. To be fair,
Well, 3 or 4, like
a three and
that's
a half.
with me. 3.5's cool, man.
I feel like I'm selling it short. I feel like I like it more than a 3.5. I feel like a 3.5.
You want a 4, innit?
Yeah, go
Nah,
for it, bruv. That's how you
Yeah,
feel.
trust.
do you know what it is? It feels weird because I'm not overly excited about the mix, the tape in it. Like I'm not screaming, oh, you have to go and listen to it. But I feel like if I say 3, it just feels a bit meaty.
Underplays how much you appreciate it.
Yeah, it underplays how much I appreciate it. So yeah, 3 3/4.
Yeah, I'd give it a 3.5 personally.
Yeah,
But
3.5. Yeah.
my only thing that stops me from giving it that extra half point is just a bit on a producer, and I think some of the beats could have been mixed down a bit better. But yeah, no. Other than that, yeah, no. It's quality, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 3.5. Happy with that. It's a good project. Big up Big Zoo as well, man. Like doing his thing. Big up Kamikaze. Someone that now when I see his name, I'm definitely gonna be like, okay. Because his cadence is
He's got mad clarity as well.
that's what I mean. His clarity
Where's
is
he
just
from? Is he
He's from
Leicester, innit?
Leicester.
Leicester? So let's see.
Even what is it?
Oh,
I'll show you about my
Jafro.
Leicester City something about the Jaffro's doing up bits as well, man.
Yeah.
Like I do like Jaffro. Yeah, man. dear.
So what? You might listen to Jammer's thing
Once.
Whippy.
Did you say?
Whippy.
I don't even want to disrespect.
Why are you man laughing for, blood?
Nah, it's because
I
you
don't
said
like
droopy.
I don't want to disrespect, but then just because I don't like it doesn't mean that it's not good. Because I tell you what, right? Lyrically, Jammer does keep on improving. Like not every and I'm not saying that every bar in this thing is sick, yeah. But lyrically, he is improving.
Yeah,
Gets
he has
better.
got better. If you actually look at his catalogue in comparison to I Done Volume 1, lyrically, he has stepped up. You have to give him that.
Like there was a time when Jammer's best bar was "I write so hard that I murder the ink." That's why I'd pray to Jah. Yeah. Now he's got bodies of work and he can finish. Yeah. Do you know what Jammer is? Yeah. He's a solid 20 goal a season, 15 goal a season striker.
Yeah.
15 goals a season. Little 15 assists. Yeah. Might not be the lone striker, yeah, in the cup final, but you bring him off the bench and you make an impact.
Do you think that's because of the people who's around him? He's had to kind of
up his level.
Yeah.
No, because the people that are around him, he probably doesn't even necessarily have to spit. I feel like he only spits because he loves it. And he likes a bit of gas. Because he does still dine out on Merkel, man.
Yeah.
Which is
you know what though? To be fair, he's probably the newest spitter in his clique because obviously we know his origins is as a producer. And he had the top producer bar and this and that. But I think whereas you see how he's still developing now. I'm not going to say like the rest of Web and No ain't developing. I'm not saying that at all. I feel like they've been yeah, yeah, they've been MCs, so they've been developed. Whereas Jammer, because he's been a producer, Nasty Crew, he's had to play catch up over the years. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest. The title of the EP kind of threw me off. I don't really understand what distance drip is.
Distance drip, yeah.
I guess it's a term or play on words with social distance. I don't know, but I had a flick through Young Flick, and from the sound of the beats, I was like, yeah, I don't think this.
Do you know what it just sounded like? It just sounded like Vicious EP 2 from what Skepta brought out. It just sounded like Vicious 2, and this maybe wasn't for the grime. It's not grime.
It's not. It wasn't
not grime.
At all. It wasn't. 100%.
But you know what? Even if it ain't grime, obviously it's a grime podcast, so I'll keep it in context. But when I listen to music, it's not always is it grime, is it good?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think hearing him on them kind of tunes threw me off. I'm a bit used to Skeppy on hip hop kind of tunes.
I don't even like Skeppy on that. Like, I don't like that type of music. Like, I just don't. I don't like that kind of music. I know it's creeping into grime and the beats and stuff, but that flow,
I don't think it suits Jammer, because like as soon as it come in, like you said, the first person I thought was Skepta, and I was just thinking, what was the name of that EP? Hence why I was searching at the time.
EP.
I was like, boom, like, nah, this ain't you, Jammer. But I understand, like, artists sometimes they switch up their style. They
feature on one of them tunes
want to be experimental. They want to try different things. I get it, and it just, for me, it just didn't sit with me.
And Jammer likes that music. That's what I would say. Jammer he listens to that type of music. He like, that's the music that he likes. It's like me, all right, cool. Let's say, for example, I'm a grime MC, yeah, and I spit and I'm that guy, but I like to listen to, I don't know, like rock music. Yeah. I might just want to make some rock music. Not everyone's gonna love it, but the rock heads might like it. You get me? So I'm gonna make that over there. It's not necessarily for the man that checked for me on the grind thing, but I love rock music, innit? And Jammer loves that music. Like, I don't know him personally, but I've been around him enough to know that that's the sort of music that he listens to. There is one tune on there that I like though.
Bangers only, innit?
Yeah, the last tune.
Bangers only.
And you know what? I like it that much. I would kind of say it was worth the wait. I won't be waiting all that time to get to that tune again, but I felt.
How many tunes is on the EP, by the way?
Is it like five?
Five tracks, 15 minutes. Bruv, for me, going back to that EP, I'm going straight to Bangers Only. That's it. There's nothing there for me. Any other tracks, nothing.
Well, like you lot said, he does like this kind of music, so he probably just made this for himself.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
And I kind of gathered, you know, but even producers, sometimes it's like you've got a style that you're known and liked for, and this and that. Sometimes you have those moments like, nah, bruv, I want to do this.
For me.
Yeah, and I have those moments, but it's not too far from what I do.
Or for the other thing, because let's have it right, yeah? A lot of American artists that are busting right now are shit, yeah? I'm saying it. A lot of them are shit. They're not very good, yeah? But they're blowing in their area and they're making guap, yeah? So, like, everyone in their bit loves them, yeah? And they're not saying nothing. They're not good. Yeah, so let Jammer try it. Jammer's trying to eat over there. Let him go eat over there, blood.
I don't even think he's trying to eat over there, fam.
I think he's a little bit.
Yeah, but you know what, though? You see someone's WhatsApps.
Yeah, nah.
Like, clap, Ryan. But yeah, I don't actually think Jammer's trying to make attempt at crossing over to America, because at this point now in England, Merc UK, and you can probably cross over to America because you become such a guy in England. I don't like trying to cross over to America. It's kind of
needed no more.
It's dead now.
No,
you just have to be at the top of your game.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, what are we giving it? I'm giving it a 2.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Short and sweet, blood.
I don't have a rating. I didn't listen to it properly, so
Yeah, I'll give it a 2 because like he turned up, and he did give us one good tune.
Is there any grime on it at all?
Probably the last tune, isn't it?
There, and it's not even, and I wouldn't even say it's like full on. It's not full on in your face grime. It could pass.
No, bro, I'm not. Look at your face.
No, the last tune I think is grime. Like when I'm looking at it and listening to it now, a lot of recent projects which artists have put out, which we kind of class as grime, the sounds
like
similar.
that.
They've got that on their tunes, on their track list.
That doesn't make it grime, because you know what it is. There's a lot of man. Yeah, I hear you. Because you know what it is. Some man, they spit on the same style. They spit on these tunes the same style as they would on a grime beat, and it's the same tempo.
By the way,
but yeah. To be honest,
do you know it sounds a little bit like "Turning in My Grave" by Manga.
Okay, 150 BPM kind of style.
That kind of. But what I would say is, quickly, I've gone back to Manga's album quite a lot in this time. I say I haven't had time to listen to music. I've been listening to Manga's album quite a lot.
Yeah, do you know what? You see, lockdown, I feel like I'm less intrigued to take risk on new music. Yeah, I just give me the shit that I know is banging, because I don't have as much time to listen to music. No, I do, but in terms of the time to enjoy it in the space you want to enjoy it. Yeah. So just give me the shit that I know, and I could vibe.
Although I listened to Burst from the Outskirts for the first time in a very long time. Bearing in mind the first time I listened to it was only once. Manga's fucking cold.
Bro, he's cold, bro. For me,
I feel like we just need to mention Manga every single episode, just so we give man his flowers, because he deserves hella flowers, blood.
But I'm open right now. This quarantine thing, I'm open to new artists, new sounds, the whole lot, blood. Like there's been times I've been sat on my computer at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm just diving deep into like a YouTube hole. Click on one link here, tune. Click on suggestions. Click on that person, bro. It's just going endless, bro.
Yeah, no, Manga's thing's 30, bruv. Even like, I don't know, man. I feel like more people giving him his flowers, but overall, like, not to make it a numbers thing, but I'm looking at some of the views. I'm like, yo, bruv, this is like premier grime, bruv. This is top tier. And his last 3 projects, Outburst from the Outskirts. What's the one with Sir Hiss, man? Outsiders Live Forever. Yeah, bruv. I feel like these have been, like, every year he's dropped. He's had a project that's in the conversation as one of the best grime projects. So for me, yeah, you're gonna keep on going like this, Manga. You're gonna be in my top 10. But
he's in my top 10 already. Like right now in my head, there's only 3 MCs that I'm really
current MCs.
MCs, only 3 that I'm messing with right now.
Yeah, Manga. Yeah, man.
What got me back onto Manga, he went to Belgium, I think, with Socks, and he done some radio set over there. And you know how Socks is anyway with his wordplay, but them 2 fucked it up, lad. And I was like, oh, do you know, I'm going to listen to Manga a little bit more, because obviously I've done the Socks thing. Obviously when he was doing his Boy Better Know stuff, Rare and Lord of the Mics and that. So like he gave Manga his like a listen to and that, and bruv, like, yo, Manga's doing bits, you boy.
Yeah, man. Manga, and you know what? We was nowhere near Manga. There was no reason for us to speak about Manga, and he's getting mentioned. So that shows the levels.
Yeah, man.
And if you're not familiar with Manga, ladies and gentlemen, go check Manga. You get me? Right. Is it that time?
Time, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my favorite part of the show.
I said my favorite part of the show. Wait, have you sent me your thing, Jay?
Yeah, I have.
It's in the group. Okay.
Oh, no, that's good, though. It's good you ain't seen it. There's less time for you to Google the lyrics and try and buzz it.
You fool. like, listen, did you see what I done for Heirs to the Road on the Grime Librarians quiz? But one question wrong.
Oh yeah, we come second, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I see that. I
You
see
came
that.
second. Right? Do you want to know the annoying thing is though? Yeah. The question that I got wrong, I should have known better. The question that I got, there were questions that I didn't know the answer to. Yeah. But I done the whole, well, it can't be that.
Yeah.
Definitely not that. And it's definitely not that. It's got to be that one. And I got it right. Do you know what question I got wrong?
Was it Tinchy Strada if he was in Roll Deep or something?
No, right? So there was a dispute about that one. So I got the point. Because on Wikipedia, it says he was in Roll Deep.
No,
But I am
Wikipedia
99, precisely. Like from the outside looking in, from the sort of person that has those kind of editorial privileges on Wikipedia, you're probably not a real Grime fan. So from the outside looking in, it looked like Tinchy Strider was in Roll Deep because he was always around them, man. Yeah, but I've never known him to actually be a Roll Deep representer.
Yeah,
Right?
because at first, maybe when you see him around all the olders and Roll Deep, you think, okay, he's this young youth and Roll Deep. But when you hear about Rough Squad and moving forward, it's like, I don't remember hearing Tish Strada on Roll Deep songs.
Or I am a Roll Deep member.
Nah. That was his entry point. He was around Roll Deep because Wiley brought him in, and that's the crew that he's in. But
wait, what? So was there some people who said, yeah, he was?
No, on Wikipedia, that's what he said. And the quiz had the answer down as yes. And I messaged, I was like, are you sure? And apparently he must have had a lot of people question that. I wrote no. Because I said no. And there must have been a lot of people that questioned it. So I put no. Yeah. And he said, listen, just whatever. That question is null and void, basically. Yeah. Do you know what question I got wrong? When Skepta said the four best coups in the game, I'm in them, or three best coups, four best coups. What were the crews? So it was Boy Better Know, Roll Deep, Meridian,
and Shadow Demon Coalition.
Right. So that's the one that I got wrong. No, I got that one right. What was the one that I got wrong? No. I got that was the one that I got wrong. That's the one that I got wrong.
What did you say then?
I said Bloodline like a fool, only because, and I knew it wasn't Bloodline, but you know when you just press it without really properly thinking.
I would have done that as well because of
because of the fact that Meridian and Bloodline were kind of the same thing at one point, and I didn't think about it that deep because I heard but I didn't know Shadow Demon Coalition was even a thing.
To be fair, I didn't know about Shadow Demon Coalition before
I heard them
said
say it.
I'm not from Birmingham, and I wasn't listening to drum and bass. So, and to be fair, I don't even know why he was considered a member, other than in a corner. I don't really see his presence as a crew member, but
I heard them talking about Shadow Demon Coalition. Like I heard it. I heard them come out of their mouth. Even Flodan would say it and whatever. But I didn't know that was a thing. So I got one question wrong. And someone
who won it again?
Someone. Who cares? No, actually, I bigged them up. Like I shouldn't even be that flippant.
I said, who cares?
Who cares? Blood, I lost in it.
I'm moving like it's the Olympics, blood.
Bruv, it is to me, bruv. Like I pride myself on being a Grime head.
No, he still like even when Plastician done a couple with what do you call it? Quizzes.
I can't lie, I would lose to some of them. Like my knowledge is anyway, let me shush.
There's a couple questions, because under time constraint, you gotta just pick an answer. There's a couple where I've got them wrong. I'm like, I knew that was wrong, but I wasn't sure. And because of I just need to click to get an answer, I just done something stupid. Yeah. But anyway, I've always been top 10 in there anyway, so it's cool. Man, know my body. You get me?
Between the mandem, we're strong. If we was to do like a Grime pub quiz, oh my days, that's what we need to do after social distancing. Anyway, like a Grime pub quiz, like teams. I think I might call Spooky though.
A spooky, bruv.
Mm.
Listen, spooky is a
You know,
walking grime encyclopedia. So holla spook still.
Like,
You know what would be sick, yeah? I don't know if it's a corny idea, but bruv. Grime karaoke.
oh, bruv, I'm on it. I've been thinking about it. Like, I've been thinking about it. I am on it. Like, I think for the first, do you know the only problem is, yeah, for our demographic, it's people that are actually willing enough to actually do it.
Yeah.
Actually, like, I'm happy. I'll do it all night.
No, but this is the thing though, man. Like, you see a Grime karaoke, bruv. I don't want to just see man trying to perform P's and Q's, bruv. Like,
it's gonna be.
No. I'm coming on the mic going.
Holy shit.
Bruv, listen. I will go in there and perform Wiley dub for all in one line flow remix.
Oh yeah.
Or my one. Most of them wait for the drop. Not me. I'm in straight from the top. Wiley and them Jaykae, them names are gonna bring the flow so off. I don't need to. I've got it, bro.
I'm not even looking at the lyrics behind me, fam. I'm gonna try and crowd surf.
You're L-E-E, O-O-O-S-E, C-A-N-N-O-N, C-A-N-N, boy. People see my baby mom, they're like, oi.
If it was me, I'd be jacking for old school rhymers, blood. Rhymers are not even about anymore, man. Like, all these Wileys and Kaners are too bait for me, man. Old heads, isn't it? There'll be a bag of old heads there anyway.
Trust me. Grime boomers.
Boomers. Right, who's going first anyway? Because we got a lot.
Hey, I'm going first.
All right. Energy.
Yeah, blood.
Energy.
Little worried because I think you man might get this straight away. Right.
It's not necessarily about picking the most obscure lyric, by the way.
No, I didn't.
Like,
all right, you ready?
Go on.
I've seen different walks in life. That's why I can sit and chat to my rich bros. Same time I can sit and chat to my niggas in the ends trying to build a house from a brick phone. I'm trying to show man that there's a world outside of the ends and it's more than big bro. Ain't nothing less part from more man, more jail time. CCTV and big bro and I know about hunger. Real life hunger. Been on my face and I've been broke. Been tired. Been stressed out and been low, but I still did my ting. That's how ish goes. I swear some man must think it's a joke when I tell him I started on 0. 1 box room, no heating. Never had AC, just a whiteboard, no window.
What, Ron?
Nah. What is it? 3 guesses each, isn't it?
Sounds familiar, but I didn't.
I'll play it again.
Yeah.
I've seen different walks in life. That's why I can sit and chat to my rich bros. Same time I can sit and chat to my niggas in the ends trying to build a house from a brick phone. I'm trying to show man that there's a world outside of the ends and it's more than big bro. Ain't nothing less part from more man, more jail time. CCTV and big bro and I know about hunger. Real life hunger. Been on my face and I've been broke. Been tired. Been stressed out and been low, but I still did my ting. That's how ish goes. I swear some man must think it's a joke when I tell him I started on 0. 1 box room, no heating. Never had AC,
Mango.
just a whiteboard, no window.
Nah.
P-Money?
Nah.
Do you know what threw me off? Hearing Siri say niggas, it sounded like...
Right, trust me.
Bruv, I stopped listening slightly. I was like, bruv, is that Karen? Is that Karen?
Listen, I started seeing that, and not even to laugh, that guy that got killed by the police the other day, my brain went there, like, full on racism.
Yeah, bruv.
My brain went to full on racism.
I wasn't listening no more. Yeah, I don't know that lyric. That's... fuck no, man.
What?
Wait.
Guess.
I've got 2, but I'm probably only gonna have one more guess.
Are you allowed to give clues?
See, like if I was gonna give a clue, the clue that I'll give, I think. How many guesses you man got left? You got one each.
I got
I
one.
got 2.
Okay, I reckon in the next 3 guesses, someone will probably get it if I give this clue.
Fuck, man. Bugsy Malone?
Nah.
Yeah, I'm out.
I've got an MC in my head, but I can't think of his name. You could drop the clue if you want.
Nah, that's unfair, blood.
Listen, I'm out, so it don't matter to me. He's not here.
Of course.
What year? What year?
It's recent, blood. Like I thought, I ain't doing these Grime boomer things, blood. Like got to keep it fresh, blood. Got Ryan in the background saying, "Yo, like you man, old heads, blood. Need some new young MCs and that." Cool, innit?
Yeah, Ryan's on, man. Still,
but to be fair, I wouldn't even say he's young. Like he's not like a SBK, fresh young buck and that. But I'll say he's newer. Do you know what I mean? But and for me, there's only certain guys that I fuck with.
Is it Big Zoo?
No.
Okay. All right. Is it?
Was it Stab in the Dark?
Yeah, I can't even think of. Do you know what it is? I can't even think of MCs to even throw out there.
trust me.
Yizzy.
Nah. Do you know what it is? It's Jams.
Okay.
What tune?
Bro, it wasn't even a tune. It was a set he done.
Oh,
but I think it's one of his. I think it's one of his main lyrics, though. However, because I've heard him run this same bar on about 3 different sets, recent sets as well. It's been him and Jack Dat, and there's been a few others with like Spyro as well. But he keeps rinsing this bar, so I thought, boy, it's gonna take you, innit?
Shit, bro. Yeah, no, I didn't catch that at all. Wouldn't have guessed that.
All right, cool.
Good.
Mike. All right, who's going next? Me or you, Jay?
You do it, too.
All right, cool. I'll do my one. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Due to the lack of guidance, we'd been in the hood carrying out violence. Trident didn't even want to come round the pits. 10 cars up and they were scared shitless of these militant kids with sticks they had to radio through for more whips. And armed forces man had to bring the lieutenant, sergeant, anyone that was in.
This is Jay Beats one, by the way. I'm a fool.
Technicals,
Wait,
but
wait, this is your one, Jay.
yeah, I don't know what Alpha was doing, but yeah.
Due to the lack of guidance, we'd been in the hood carrying out violence. Trident didn't even want to come round the pits. 10 cars up and they were scared shitless of these militant kids with sticks they had to radio through for more whips. And armed forces man had to bring the lieutenant, sergeant, anyone that was in.
That's Skippy.
No.
Nah, that's too complex. No disrespect. It's a good lyric. I haven't got a clue. Should I have a clue?
I don't know. It's not that old. I mean, I'll give you. Yeah, it come out 2018. But you gotta give me a guess, bro. You can't just say you ain't got a clue, fam. At least a shot in the dark. You know what I mean?
It sounds like something I think I might have heard. Is it new gen? Or newer gen?
Not at all.
Is it Kano then?
No.
I do think of Kano as well, actually.
from Hoodies All Summer.
Nah, before that. Nah, it wasn't before that, but nah, okay, no.
Is it Wiley?
No.
Nah.
Sounds like I've heard it, but
Yeah, it sounds like I've heard lyric as well. Like, good lyric. Like, I felt like I was there on the estate when the boy them pulled up.
You saying painting the pictures?
Yeah, like I genuinely, I see it in it. Like,
I'm going with my last guess. Manga.
No, it wasn't a song.
I give up.
It was Rochi, and a tune called Dark Ages off the Dark Ages EP. Come out a couple of years ago. It was a 4-track EP. Yeah, it's quite good still. But yeah, do you know what it is?
I did listen to that once.
I had a feeling you probably would have listened to it once or twice. Maybe not enough to memorize the lyrics, but definitely that's one of my Percy still. But you know what? See Siri, yeah, bruv, the way it reads out the lyrics, fam. I'm thinking, is that Rochi or is that Shakespeare? Because it just sounds like a speech. Because the flow is not
got the flows and that.
Like I said, it's a good fucking lyric. Like I visualize being there. Do you know what I saw when I heard that? I saw kind of visions of the riots when I listened to that, and that's Siri reading it. But that's the whole point of the game. Siri's there to throw it off.
Yeah, bro. Especially when they say nigger and that.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's mad how to spell it as well for to get to say it as well. It's nuts.
Wait, you see when you spell it normally, what does it say, like Niger or something?
Yeah, blood. I couldn't put ER, so I had to put AH.
Nigger.
Nigger. Oh, that sounds so sore.
Right. Are you not ready?
Yeah, G.
Good.
Man are wicked. And it they ain't clock, but time is ticking. I couldn't sell a tape, but I'm sticking with
Mango.
it. Man are outsider.
I knew you'd get that shit.
In it, man come round me acting funny, then they can stay still like I'm a fidget man on a quest for my tribe.
Yeah, straight.
It's too new, man. Like,
Yeah,
literally. Bro, yeah, no, I know you've definitely been listening to Make It Out Alive, because
Hold tight, Ryan. J Beats is a machine.
Come on. See, Ryan's there, but he's, you know.
He's gonna join in a minute. The next topic, yeah. The next topic, Ryan is gonna join in because me and Ryan kind of experienced this together.
Wait, is it the next topic or the topic after?
Oh yeah, it's the topic after. I mean, we can swap the topic.
Yeah, we can swap it around.
We could swap it purely because
The
it's
clapping.
still flow. So this next bit isn't even grime.
But
How about that?
But there's still connections.
But it's Grime's granddad, isn't it?
Yeah, for
Ryan,
real.
I know you can hear us. It's coming, big man.
Look at him. I was here for the main event.
What are you saying?
Man said versus Bounty Killer versus Beanie Man.
Versus. Reverse the hearses. There's two people in the curse in the curses.
Yes. Versus people in the curses.
Right?
Can I just say, if anything came out of lockdown was versus, and if anything really good came out of lockdown was Beanie Man versus Bounty Killer. Like, for those of you who are wondering why we're now talking about dancehall, and wondering what a Bounty Killer is and what a Beanie Man is,
What about
basically they are two old school dancehall artists, and without dancehall, grime wouldn't exist.
No, we wouldn't have no grime, no garage, no drum and bass, no dubstep.
And what I would also say is, without dancehall, reggae, or dub or Jamaican music, we wouldn't even have hip hop,
Yeah.
right? So for all the people like, oh, but grime might have still been here because hip hop and da da da. No, grime is an amalgamation of hip hop, dancehall, drum and bass, and garage.
And to add further to that point, you probably wouldn't even have Afro swing
Nope.
without Bashment,
No.
because some of these are just African vocals on Bashment beats. So yeah,
Yep.
the influence is so undeniable.
Right? And man.
Wait, tell me, because I missed out, innit? I didn't stay up because it was I just couldn't. Blood. I heard the warm up thing and then the DJs and that. I weren't there for when the artists appeared and that, bro.
Listen, it was so. I don't want to talk about it too much, yeah. But it was amazing. It was amazing. It was
a moment, innit?
Like,
yeah, it was a moment.
Because at first I was quite scared at first because
what?
At the beginning of the Clash when they was playing all that American shit.
Yeah.
Like, what, their collabs like with the hip hop artists?
Yeah,
they were pandering a little bit.
Yeah, and you know the funniest thing was when Beanie played his tune with Gorilla Black and
fam,
and Nas wrote, "Oh my nigga, Big BK in the house," and it's like, "Oh shit, that ain't Big." And you know the funniest thing? Me and my girl last night we were on YouTube.
Wait, was that an Instagram comment from Nas?
Yeah, in the live, so everyone was in here. Like, do you know what it felt like? I felt like, and I'm not Jamaican, yeah, but I was raised by a Jamaican, and like Jamaican just runs deep within my culture or whatever. Yeah, I felt like the whole world gave a shit about what I gave a shit about at that moment. Like all of these celebrities,
like quite widespread as well. Like from Rihanna to
Riri.
You see me. Yeah, do you know what? Because I watched it back on YouTube and I didn't even live commentary. I didn't know Nas said that.
Yeah, Nas wrote.
I would have laughed my head off.
What I would say is in the comments when there are so many people, because there was like 500,000 people in there. When the comments are like that, you only get selected comments. Because could you imagine 500,000 people doing fire emojis at the same time?
Yeah, it was a mess.
Like it's a mess as it is. But yeah.
See what you were saying about the hip hop thing, yeah? I kind of understand why they did that because I guess maybe they anticipated an American audience who made Verses.
Of course, 100%.
And even if it's like, I didn't mind it because it's like they both had quite a few international whatever collabs. So why not slug it out to see who had the better ones? Obviously, you probably thinking, yo, but you got so much more slaps than that, though.
No, I got why, but I was a bit scared that it was going to be that.
It was warms in.
Like, I did get a bit scared. I was like, oh, this American thing. And you know what? It was like a little 1 or 2 each, but it was like 4 or 5. And, it was like, and then, like, and what I would say about the hip hop thing, like, I don't know if everyone knows the history of hip hop, but Africa Baba, Akuherk, and that they are children of Jamaican immigrants, and they brought that kind of style and the whole old school toasting thing where they're on the mic and they go to the house parties and all of that stuff, and that's how grime is like is like in that. So after they done the hip hop thing, Showtime Rhythm came on. Yeah. And I wrote this on someone's page the other day. It was basically, if you replace Showtime Rhythm with Eskimo, right, and you replace Bounty Killer with Dizzy Rascal, and Beanie Man with Wiley, and Verses with Sidewinder, you've got grime. Because it was exactly the same. That was the essence of grime, even though dancehall came first. So grime is the essence of dancehall. But yeah, that was grime. And just the level of microphone, what's the word that I'm looking for? control from the both of them was exquisite. Do you know what it's like? It's like watching, I don't know, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant playing one-on-one.
Yeah. Juggernauts, two juggernauts swinging it out.
So what? So can the UK not do a versus ourselves now?
Of course we can.
Well, I guess the closest thing is a no signal.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what would be sick though? Dizzy versus Wiley would actually be an amazing clash.
Never happened, but
It will never happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but and I don't even necessarily mean just like because their catalogs, even though Dizzy is a lot of a more widespread artist, they've been in the same lanes. They've
Well,
existed
the
in the same
commercial
space.
thing.
Yeah, the commercial things and like the underground and all of that. Yeah.
Your best bet is probably someone doing that on the no signal or some shit.
Yeah, someone doing that on a no signal.
But knowing them, they'll probably like pick the worst tunes, fam.
Yeah.
They probably have like Dizzy Holiday versus Wiley Movement War Dub or something stupid.
Yeah, when it needs to be Holiday versus like Wear My Rolex.
Yeah.
Or what's it? I want to see a light skin guy on the road.
Heatwave.
Yeah.
Versus Bonkers. I don't know.
Yeah. No, but that's what I mean. They've got the overlaps. They've got they've got the lanes where they can have a head to head, like Arsenal and Manchester United back in the like late.
Back when those teams mattered.
Trust me.
Like the UK can easily do their own verses.
Well, we have seen little bits. I mean,
yeah.
Skepta versus J5.
Skepta versus Jamal.
Yeah, that was probably the only one. Yeah, but you know what it is though, man? I don't want to see no shaky Wi-Fi, dead audio.
And the fact that they were in the room together, I think, created that energy. But I think that was the peak.
That was absolutely the peak. That should have been the very last one they've done because since then...
What was 112's one?
Bro, 112 and Jagged Edge was the worst thing I've seen on the internet. To go from... It's like, you know what it's like? It's like seeing Wiley versus Kano and then seeing... Napa versus Double O.
That's that shit appalling, you know.
Go up in the air.
That's what it'd be like. It'd be like Napa. It's just like that. It's just low level. That's just, bruv. It was such a disappointing battle, bruv. It wasn't even a battle. Like you got the whole of Jagged Edge there. No one's even singing. Like perform, bruv. No one sang it. But no one sang a note. They just sat there with their drinks, holding up bottles of Ciroc, and just showing off. No one's like. And it's singing a little note at the end of a tune. That's it. Playing one verse, then done.
But you know what, though? The verses thing, they don't really perform. Like, so you see, this is where the Beanie Man and the Bounty Killer thing is quite an anomaly. They put on the show. Everyone else, they literally just, I don't know, take 2 sips of the juice, read the comments as the tune's playing. But we got 112's internet connection. Don't clash on 3G. Because you saw what happened to them. Yeah. Well, maybe you didn't, but yeah, terrible.
Who else had that? Nelly had that, I think.
It's bad weather.
Shag net. What do you say? Bad weather.
Yeah.
Bad weather.
Yeah, that swamp net.
Yeah.
Dial-up thing.
I'm so St. Louis. But, back to Bounty and Beanie though. If you want to know why Grime is how Grime is, that is exactly it. Because the back-to-backs, even, it was just like pirate radio. It felt like pirate radio. Like the mic was just getting passed and they were going for like 5 minutes back to back. It's on our Instagram. Like,
you know they're in a professional studio, innit? They were in a professional recording studio. It took them 3 days to set it up, and then they decorated it out to make it look like it was in the back of a shop or something.
Oh, swear.
Okay.
But it was professional, but they made it so authentic that it blew the socks off everyone that was watching.
100%.
It blew the socks off them.
Amazed.
And it's the same energy that Grime has.
Yeah. But you know what? You see, moving forward, that's why you said, Ryan, it should be the peak because they were in the room and it's quite known that even when you connect on live with a next man and it's a split screen thing, just because of Instagram, I don't know the bandwidth, the way it can hold out, no, but it loses like quality and connection and shit.
And energy.
Yeah, but obviously we're in lockdown, but I think Jamaica's thing is quite light, and I think it's just a curfew. But you know what? Even the police
still turn up.
that was quite funny still.
I heard about boy them turn up and that. And
You're
then,
like, oh,
be that guy. Be that guy.
Bounty was ready to do a madness.
Yeah, I see him slide out, bro.
Yeah. He had the swammy in him.
Yeah, and then Beanie was like, no. And yeah.
Evening, officer.
You know what it is? The police probably wanted to get paid, did it?
No. Let's not do that to Jamaican police, man. it's not Nigeria or something. No, those days are done, man.
Man said protect Jamaica, but fuck Nigeria.
I didn't say that. But I said
slightly
it.
did.
Man said.
No, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
Man said Wizkid versus what do you call it? Was it
Vibes Cartel?
No, that's not fair.
Anyway, but yeah, man, just wanted to say big up to the Grime's granddad, innit?
If there was a Grime versus then, since Ryan said about a UK one, who would you like to see other than a Wiley or Dizzy?
Chipmunk versus P Money.
Yeah.
That one's weird because Chipmunks had so much time outside of Grime.
Are we doing catalogs?
Catalogs, features, whatever makes sense, innit? Like, it's not a no signal thing, bruv. Like, we're not just.
I don't think anyone could. Do you know a reason why that sounds interesting though? Is because I can't see either one of them losing.
Yeah, but Chipmunk's biggest hit is not a Grime tune. P Money's biggest hit would be a Grime tune, or maybe a dubstep tune. But it's a bit. I don't know. Like,
you know what it is? That's my bad. Because when you said who would I have in the verses, my mind immediately goes to Beanie Man and Bounty Killer. If you're saying man in the room pressing spacebar, then I'm saying Kano versus Wretch.
What for bangers though?
Banger for banger.
They'll have you thinking. Kano wins that banger for banger.
I think banger for banger. K.
Bangers. If you want to think and talk about who's got the best artistry and that, then there's a conversation to be had.
Oh, Kano P Money then.
For what? Bangers?
Tune for tune.
Tune for tune.
But then Kano is solely right. You just pick his Grime songs because it's not like P Money's got rap songs as well and this and that.
Yeah.
We've lost Grime artists.
Nah. You just got to pick one that I don't know. Speak of a pure Grime artist. Like if it's just pure Grime, in that sense,
pure Grime.
P Money and JME might make more sense.
I don't want to hear JME.
No, you see, I like JME. My daughter loves JME.
Oh, Ghetts and P Money's never happening. So
not again, anyway. But
Lethal B and Wiley. Let's get them.
They tried that.
No, on the verses though. I think that by now Wiley's still a bit too much of a firework.
Wiley cut out. He weren't involved. He wants to clash Drake.
I know how to rile up the net to get my pockets them going. That's the running joke in my yard at the moment. I know how to rile up the net to get my pockets them going.
Roll up.
Anyway, on the Jamaican thing, big up the original Rastaman Pickney himself.
King
Original. Man like Footsie.
Foots.
1/2 or 1/3, depending on what monkstar's up to, of New and Generals.
Yeah.
Got an album out.
Is he still officially part New and Gen?
Who, Monkstar?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's officially part, but I don't think they've actually officially kicked him out either.
He left.
He just need to do his own thing.
Yeah, I know he's left, but and he's got a new tune out as well.
Yeah,
but I was under the impression that the door's always open for him.
Yeah, because he just came back and then done. We're talking like 2-3 years ago. They done a tune scale, didn't they? All three. Of them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think the door's always open. But anyway, 1/3, 1/2 of New and Generals got an album called wait.
No Favours.
No Favours.
Long time coming for Footsie, blood.
Mm.
Because I've always liked Footsie, and I just thought like my man ain't really dropped an album out like an album. Everyone else has. Why ain't Footsie done it? I know he's been doing his thing on the side with the King original stuff.
And he's a sick producer.
Yeah, but I just felt like, well, other people have been producing and stuff, but they've had time or been able to do albums. Why ain't Footsie done one? So
it's only because D Double's doing the solo thing now. It's probably when he's doing shows.
His album was overdue.
Who, D Double?
Yeah, way overdue.
But you see, before D Double went solo mode with the album or whatnot, it was pretty much a New and General thing. I think
but New and General didn't even drop an album.
Yeah,
they had mixtapes.
That's generally speaking, 2009 or 10 that dropped.
Was that an album?
Yes, it would come on Day Stank.
Yeah.
Had Head Get Man called. They had a tune called Gangster with G-Man and Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Bell Them Slags.
Bell Them Slags. Yeah, and a bag of EPs.
Yeah,
you know
EPs
what?
And singles.
What is it? Bag of Grease.
Bag of Grease.
Do you know what I would say? I wasn't anticipating a Footsie album apart from the fact that he said he was bringing out an album. And I wasn't sure I really wanted to hear a Footsie album. Like, Footsie before the album, Footsie to me was 1/2 or 1/3 of one of the best grime crews, and alongside Double, sick, and a sick producer. Like, if you're not actually up to levels of up to date with what Footsie's actually produced, some of his beats, especially like his earlier beats, like Big Band and Hit It and some of them tunes, absolute fucking bangers. The album, I can't say I was looking forward to it, and now that I've listened to it a few times, I could have lived without it. And that's not me saying that I don't like it. I just don't feel like I know anything more about Footsie than I did before I put the album on.
Did you expect this project to be heavily featured or predominantly Footsie?
I don't want to be disrespectful to Footsie because I like him a lot as a MC. I didn't think he would have enough in the tank to give like a full album of more or less just him with the odd feature here. But we've got an album which is quite a lot of him. And it's not bad. Like, it's a decent album. I just don't feel like I know anything more about Footsie than I did before. There's a whole lot of yous and theys.
Yeah, I feel you. I hear you still.
Like, it's a lot of yous and theys. Like, I just don't know anything about him.
But saying that, would you say you learned something new about D Double on his debut?
I was about to say the same thing. With D Double, I kind of felt the same thing.
The thing with D Double though is we got a lot of personality from D Double. Might not have learned anything about him as a human being, but we got a lot of his personality. I don't feel like we got much of Footsie's personality in this.
I expected the projects to be quite heavily featured, to be honest with you. Debut album, I thought, he's going to have quite a few other MCs on there. As a whole, I like the projects.
I like it as a whole.
I get where you're coming from. Like, you've come away from it and you haven't really learned anything different about Footsie.
So there was no moments where I was just like, There were
Yeah.
moments that I loved. Like
Mm.
there were certain moments on this thing that I loved.
Mm.
Yeah. And there were moments where I was like, oh shit, Footsie can really bar.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like Footsie could really bar without double. Like not saying that they have to come hand in hand. Like I know Footsie can bar. Like, but you know when it's just like, rah, yeah, he like the first 4 or 5 songs, he's just spitting, and I'm just like, okay, cool, sick. But I feel like the first moment that made me go sick was the forward skit.
Did you know what? So I've got it on Spotify. That was the first tune I downloaded off of the album. I clicked on forward skit and I downloaded that because I thought, nah, this is dope. But the rest of them,
And then the funny thing
to
is,
keep
I feel like I
listening
was
to
there.
it.
You know, I feel like I was there at that night.
I think you
Forward.
was, because I remember even talking to you about a certain forward set, and I think it was Tubby back to back Genius, and he even said, "Hey, listen, no more self reloads."
Yeah,
I'm gonna start
that
snapping.
was me. Yeah, start snapping fingers. That was me, whose fingers potentially could have got snapped.
Oh, so is that you like screaming "brap" in the background? Yeah, that could have been "Ears to the Road" official ad lib.
Yeah, like,
PRSings.
trust me, like, yeah, I love Forward. Like Forward, that place was me coming as a man, and that's another reason why I've got a lot of respect for Footsie, because Footsie and Tubby's an underrated DJ, and Footsie and Tubby made some serious bangers that were on that wall, were on the wall between grime and dubstep.
Dubstep,
for real.
But yeah, so that skit, and then the skit goes into
program.
Platinum Program, which is my favorite song on the album, easily.
Can I just say, yeah, when I heard that beat being used, that beat is I've been after that beat since listening to old sets, and Tubby used to rinse it, and yeah, Scream actually made the beat, but it was under the moniker Mr. Keys. The tune's called Strings.
Okay.
And oh, bro, for me, I kind of gave hope. I gave up hope, and yeah, that's one of them tunes. It's not gonna come out. I'm not gonna see the light today. I see Scream putting up new tunes or Bandcamp. I was just hoping he puts that one up, hopefully. But Footsie used it, and yeah, bruv. I'm not even just saying it because he used to be. He actually went in. Like, he had a few bars in there. Like, what do you say? The scenes, like plants in the garden.
Yep.
Love and nurture, letting it grow. Man. Yeah.
And then man was like, back in the day at Forward, and you talk about Sarah. Like, if you was there in Forward Plastic People, you would know exactly what was going on, because man used to come and try to spit, and Sarah would just walk around, give 2 looks, and you weren't on the mic no more. Yeah, man. The only thing I would say is that I feel like he kind of missed the trick by not putting double on the tune. Like, I know obviously he's got his thing, but with man said playing from Max iPhone, yeah, man, like Alexa and that.
Trust.
But yeah, I was kind of expecting to have them to do the back to back. What, you don't want to war with who? Who? You don't want to war with me?
Well, on the tune?
On the tune as like the chorus, but maybe that was just...
But
like
why would they do that when they've done that before?
Of course, and that's also what I thought.
I would have loved it as a skit, but maybe not on a tune.
Yeah. Maybe that's just me being me.
But maybe D Double on that tune, because D Double's on 2 tunes.
He's on the next 2 tunes after that.
Yeah, maybe take him off Music Money or something and put on Pattern Pro. Maybe, because you know what, that tune, it's so embedded in me as like a NG memory thing in it. So, but yeah, no, nevertheless, sick tune still.
And then we've just missed like quite a few songs, but Pepper Stew, like in the first part of the album, we've spoken about, and it's a good tune.
Restless Jack, yeah, I think it's a banger, bruv.
Yeah, with Cass is dead.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the first couple of songs, they're good to listen to. I would listen to the album again, innit? Like, I'm not coming away from it like, oh, I'm never going to listen to that shit again. Like, no, it's a good album. But, yeah, it
I know
comes
what
to
you
life.
mean. I know what you mean. I slightly don't feel like it is an album. I feel like it's just a project. Like,
Yeah.
it could have been a mixtape. Because, like you said, and I didn't even think about it myself. But yeah, what have you learned new from Footsie? And it's like, yeah,
See,
you're
I've
right.
listened to it. You know, I've had it on repeat for almost probably a couple of days, to be honest. I probably listened to his project more than, other than Royal Rumble, listened to his project probably the second most. And I kind of get what you're saying. You haven't really learned anything. Like, you're coming away from it.
It's just
like,
a lot of you'll get this and
yeah,
the man will get this and I've got that. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, there isn't maybe like that introspective moment where, I don't know, he might have opened up about his kids or this and that, for example.
It's like when I think of Doubles team, didn't you have something on there with Storming?
Yeah. There was like moments of like, yeah.
We can
there
kind of
was
connect with, I get what you're saying, man.
And what
Back in the
Double
day,
did do, and what Double did do on his thing, he gave people enough of what they wanted to hear from D Double.
Yeah.
Like what makes D Double D Double.
Yeah, you're right. The gas, the humor.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of personality because that's what D Double is. He's a personality on the mic. Because lyrically, D Double, even though he's tightened up his ship, like he's a very good MC now. He can do an 8-bar, 16-bar, and it would be very cohesive. Whereas before, he wasn't that good at that. But D Double's it's his personality. Who else comes on the mic and says it's who? It's a bit like, do you know what? D Double and Bounty Killer are quite similar. Like the way that Bounty does it, cross, hangry, miserable. Like it's not that much different to D Double coming on. It's who? It's me.
You got their like phrases, isn't it?
Yeah, and like the ad libs and the personality on the mic. But
do you think that Footsie will always forever be in Double shadow?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think I don't want to say shadow. It's just Double is such a anomaly. You will never get anyone like him again.
No.
But
I wouldn't say like, and I don't mean in like a disrespectful way that he's in Double shadow. He's not.
Yeah.
But Footsie and Double together are a serious tag team.
Yeah.
Like they are a serious force. Like they can hold down a set and get people going mad. Like Footsie is not the most technical of MCs. And nor is Double either. But together,
synergy.
Like New and Generals, D Double, Footsie, and what do you call it, Tubby. You're good for like 2-3 hours. But yeah, no, do you know what? The funny thing is, it feels like I'm chatting bare smack about the album. There are definitely moments on this album where I'm like, do you know what? This is sick. Even on My Own Wave.
Yeah,
I like the chorus.
that.
Yeah, that's a good tune. And the chorus is all right with, what's her name? Pepper Rose.
Pepper Rose, yeah.
Like, it's a nice vibe. It's a nice tune. Music Money, yeah. Like, very dubsteppy.
Yeah, you can definitely hear the dubsteppy, the Footsie kind of vibe in it.
Yeah, man.
King original thing.
Hills of Zion with Frisco and Dirty Dogs. This Rastaman Pickney vibes, isn't it?
I actually like that one, you know.
That actually might be one of the more introspective tunes.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of talking about his foundations a bit. Do you know what's a person for me? G on the set.
Yeah.
I think P Money peppered that verse.
And that was literally what I was about to say. I was literally going to be my next line.
8 MCs on the mic before Power. Oh, fam, man. He doesn't lack a bar, bro.
You, like, P Money is, like I said, I can't see. He is arguably the best. he is arguably the best. I can't see anyone fucking with P Money. Like, tell me the last time P Money put out a shit verse.
He hasn't.
Right?
We just got ones that are better than others.
Yeah. And then I would even go as far as to say, when's the last time he even wasted a line? Has he even wasted a line? Has there ever been a line when you was like, all right?
I reckon I could find one, but he's consistent.
Like, he's just got so many metaphors and punchlines and things that you're like, I wish I said that. But yeah, man. What else we got? And Presti does Presti.
No, Presti, I think he did his thing on this, man. Yeah, no, that tune's hard.
So, and do you know what I mean? When so next tune, yeah, underwater, right? So you know what I'm saying? It's not introspective enough, and like, this tune, like the production of it is dramatic enough for there to be at least a fake story told.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I know not every MC is like a storyteller or anything like that, but it was just a lot of views again.
Mm.
Did you know what I mean? There was nothing. I didn't really hear like I could have heard a story on that. Like it's dramatic, like with the kind of raspy vocal, and the beat. Oh wait, what's the name? What's his name? Apria. Yeah, Apia. Like his vocals very raspy, and I wanted to know something from that tune, and I didn't really get anything from it. But I like.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like he's just shelling.
Yeah, he's shelling, but this tune's quite cinematic. The tune sounds quite cinematic.
Yeah, it's trying to paint you're expecting to have a picture painted for you, but you don't.
No, he's just spitting bars. Like, all right, cool. Like we got that from the first 7 songs before that we know you can spit. But I like the song anyway. The only other moment, like Frank Bruno, I quite liked it.
Hard. Yeah, I thought that was hard.
Because it was just something a little bit different. There was a concept to it.
Yeah.
Like, it sounded a bit like a drill thing.
More
like,
trap.
Yeah. It's got like that kind of trap. But I liked it. Like, I like Frank Bruno a lot. And then Easy for You, I was still kind of expecting something a bit more. Yeah. And it didn't come.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
but saying that, I still think there's a set of strong songs in there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like even sometimes I don't necessarily listen to it top to bottom. I've given it at least 2 or 3 listens, but sometimes I just might draw for Restless Jack, might draw for No Favours.
Yeah.
What you say?
Pepper Stew.
Yeah.
Hey, Jamie's verse on that, like we spoke about in previous podcast, Jamie's verse on that is 3-dimensional, bro. Yeah, I mean, do you know what it is? You could probably listen to this album on shuffle and it won't mess with your head.
Yeah.
Like the only two tunes that need to go together is the forward skit and pattern and program.
Yeah.
Like
that's the thing. It's not so much of a you gotta listen start to finish. It's not like there's a story that ties into the next tune conceptually.
It's not like Manga. It's not like Manga's album.
Yeah.
Where
it does feel more and more, now we think about it and talk about it, it does feel more and more like a project rather than a debut album. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels like a bunch of tunes that are Nang that you've got there that you put together, not necessarily strategically everything placed. Like even though something
it wasn't A&R'd. It doesn't sound like it was A&R'd.
Yeah. It felt like he could have had. I don't know who executive produced it. It felt like it could have had another ear or 2 in the stew in terms of what to pick. You know, with putting together albums, some people do things that you might not be conscious of, but it helps tie in to the next tune, whether that be a tune and then but the
It's like
next tune is in the same key
yeah.
as the last tune or something. Even like you could have a tune and then the tune's fading out and then it's like a not even a skip, but they're talking about something, and then that talking leads into the next tune.
Yeah, or it's like or you could like plant the seed from like the last song into the next one. But yeah, man, let's give this one a rating because time is getting on a little piece. It's gonna be a long one again because there's a
I'd
lot of
say
music coming up.
3. So 3 still.
Yeah,
I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
yeah, I'll give it a 3 out of 5 because there are good songs on there. There are songs that I definitely listen to again, and this is also why I couldn't give the other album a 3. Did you get me? Right. What are we talking about next? HeavyTrackerz. Is that what's next?
Yeah, we could do heavy.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna do it. We're gonna keep it quick. But listen, you man, hold the fort. I'll be back in 2 secs. You man, chat. I'm coming.
Let's go spell it again. Nato Phonetics, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another compilation thing.
Well, how did you listen to it? Is it via Spotify?
Yeah.
Does it have the features on there?
Nah, it just says the album track.
Yes, I'm not lie. The way they,
I've had to like some artists. I've had to clock their voices. Go, oh yo, it's you.
Yeah, literally, like, oh yeah, that's so and so, so and so. But there's a couple of voices. I'm like, who's that?
So I ain't heard Double S and Shocker Spit for time, and I used to fuck with them man back in the day. The way they used to feed off of each other.
What, the Marvel?
Yeah, the Marvel thing. And bro, like even looking at it now, I can't even tell which tune it was. I think it's Bravo, you know.
Yeah, it's Bravo. It's a
tune. I don't know why they've done that, you know.
Back, my bladder is a mess.
What's the name of this project? I actually don't know how to pronounce it.
Nato Phonic? No, Phon.
Basically, yeah, it's Nato Phonic. Yeah.
Is that Phonics?
I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's basically the phonetic alphabet.
Oh, okay. So it's
Nato Phonetics. It's called Alpha, Bravo, Capo, Charlie,
Phonetics, yeah.
Echo.
Fucking hell.
First of all, I just want to go out on a limb and say that HeavyTrackerz are bad boy producers, but I didn't necessarily need this album.
Nah, for me it was just like a bunch of MCs here. Look, here's a beat, spit, boom, on this compilation. That's it.
Well, do you know what? This compilation is actually, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's like basically unreleased tunes.
Okay. That would make sense. Like the first tune with Ghetts, sick.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Like, and I was properly thinking, okay, this is what we've got to look forward to. Like, I was thinking more, you see at that moment, you see like what's his name's album? Swindle's album.
Yeah.
No More Normal. Yeah. It's like a proper introduction, like with the instrumentation thinking, and it building.
Yeah, I was expecting that kind of vibe, and I felt like I was a little bit let down. Not to say that there were bad tunes.
On the next track.
Yeah. Not to say that there were bad tunes, because the next track's what, Double S?
Double S and Shocker.
Yeah.
I tell you what was interesting, the fact that I had to proper delve into my brain to work out who.
This is what I was saying. When you went, I was like, those artists they ain't heard for time, but I'm thinking like, yo, I've heard your voice before. Oh, it's such and such. Do you know what I mean?
Because there's no artist featured on actual things, so it threw me off for a bit.
Yeah, it did throw me off a little bit, but I tell you what. So Charlie with Capo Lee's a sick tune. Bravo, they're all good songs actually.
What threw me off as well is I've heard a couple tunes on this project on different beats elsewhere. So
Yeah, I think I heard.
yeah, so even Charlie does the capo tune. There's a tune Z Dot featuring Capo Lee Brethrens. It's basically the same tune on the Z Dot beat.
That's where, yeah, all right, yep.
And even Bravo with Double and Shocker.
Yeah.
I remember listening to that for the first time. I was like, wait, but I've heard this back to back, like same everything, like the same. Sound like they just got an acapella. I don't know if it's like a remix. Even there's a Jaykae and Daps on the Map.
That's the one.
There's a lyric. I didn't know what I was gonna do for the day until I had.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
I swear.
It's like one of the biggest Jaykae's tunes he done. Like the whole thing. I was like, this ain't right.
Yeah, maybe it's because you see back in the day, man would spray that same lyric on full. But it's not that day anymore. Thank God. Maybe it's one of them ones.
Sometimes it was nice though when you got a tune for the first time and you actually spit along to the lyric. You're like, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I think what threw me off, the Jaykae thing, because I just remember thinking, where do I know these bars from? But do you know what it is? Since it's an unreleased project kind of thing, it might be one of them ones where, because I know they did an album. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called Odyssey, something like that. Yeah. And a few years back, maybe it was a tune that didn't make that album. Yeah. And they told, listen, look, this ain't gonna go. Now. This ain't even gonna go on the album. And maybe it's like, okay, well, since you're not gonna put it out, I'm gonna use a bar.
Of course.
That does happen.
Hard work. Yeah, of course. If I wrote some fire shit, and man said, it's not gonna make an album, then I'm using my fucking bars. My bars, fire.
But saying that, I don't understand what you mean about man not needed this project. Yeah. But I think there is a couple moments though.
Delta and Fox. Delta was good. Is it Airs on there?
Airs? I don't remember hearing
on
Airs.
Delta. On the it's like a back-to-back. Not back-to-back, like an 8-bar rally thing. A 16-bar rally.
I heard Face.
Two-Face. Yeah, I clocked him.
There's some names I didn't know.
I think it was. It might have been Airs. I'm sure it sounded like Airs.
It sounds like him.
I think Crucial was on there.
Yeah, maybe. Crucial was on there.
Yeah,
He's got that slow speaking flow.
Yeah, and it was kind of the same with Fox. Fox was just like the hip hop version.
Oh yeah, with Youngest Teflon, Mertz, Scorcher, and
Gamma was one was just chucked in there for me. I didn't expect that at all.
Gamma.
Yeah.
The one with
C-Biz, innit?
Yeah, C-Biz. I quite like Biz. And then Heavy, Screw Fizzer. Is it Fizzer? I'm sure it's Fizzer. It sounds like a Fizzer.
It is.
And then India. Yeah. And then Jukebox, the instrumental. It was alright.
I actually like that beat. That's a HeavyTrackerz and Rookie beat. I like that tune still. But yeah, to be honest, it's not the strongest of projects just because it's a bit thrown together, innit?
Yeah.
But I think it's got a couple moments still.
Yeah, and there's a couple tunes that, like, if I was a DJ, for example, that I would definitely put in a crate.
Yeah, like for me, Jukebox, whenever man can mix again, that's definitely going in the crate.
It's good, and like even on like the vocal side, Bravo,
yeah.
Yep, Bravo.
Like, and I think even just on like in my personal playlist, Alpha would end up in there. Not just
no pun intended, eh?
Not just because like that's my name, but it's Ghetts in it. Like,
that's probably the best tune on there. To be fair,
yeah. Like, but as individual songs will get higher, then like individual songs on this project, instrumental wise as well, would get higher marks. But as a whole, I can't give this more than like a 2.
Yeah, it's a straight shuffle thing.
Yeah. I can't give it more than a 2.
For me, I just feel like it's just a quick compilation. Like you said, unreleased tunes just chucked together.
Yeah, not that anything's bad. Nothing's bad.
No, of course.
It's just, It's incoherent. Yeah, man. Right. Last album, there's so much music come out. Big up to everyone that's still with us, by the way.
Right.
Kid man, you know.
Kid D.
Kid D.
Hey, Kid D. Hey, who actually
Knows who
brought in,
Kid D
like,
is.
who like said, yo, like we should check out Kid D? Who's bruv? Hey, salute you, JB, it's blood. Because you see this project here, yeah, Mature Grime 2. As much as it says Mature Grime 2, it made me feel like I was 16 again. I had my pen
But
and pad.
but it sounded clean though.
Yeah, no, it did. It sounded clean, bro. I know at times it was a bit loopy, but bruv, like for me, out of all these projects, this is the only one I was up to 3 o'clock in the morning listening to, what put me to sleep eventually. But bruv, banger after banger,
And there were no words.
banger after
Oh
banger,
no.
boy.
Or you make this look easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You see, Kid D, yeah, I feel like he's one of the most underrated grime producers right now. Because, like, bruv, I don't know, man. He don't come up in conversation enough. I don't hear him have his beats vocaled enough. Like, for me, like, he's a no-brainer. Like, if you're working on an album or project, like, you need a tune from Kid D. Like, you see that introspective tune, bruv, Kid D's got
I'll
that.
be honest, I didn't necessarily even know who Kid D was.
No, neither did I.
I've heard the tag before.
This is too easy. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, I've heard the
He's
tag
been
before.
about for time, bruv. He produced the Mr. Wong tune, bruv, on Channel U.
Okay.
And he's produced for Ghetts.
Ghetts, yeah, I know he produced for Ghetts. That's the only thing I knew about him, to be fair.
Yeah, that's the thing, fam. I don't know, man. He seems like underground, fam. Like he's been about for time. And even me, I caught wind of him, I think 2014. I was quite late, and I had to like I streamed everything he's got. And I was like, bruv, this guy, fam, he's been going in for years. But I'm a DJ, so like I just follow him. Whenever he's got some new shit, I'm on it.
Do you know what I would say? He does sound like an MC's dream producer.
Yes.
Because he creates these next pockets in his beats that I could just imagine if you're writing, you're like, oh shit. All right. And you can really get into it. Because the funny thing is, just as a listening, I was listening to what I was playing FIFA, right? And only about 3 songs really stood out to me. But the rest of it was so easy to listen to. But then I could just imagine an MC sitting in those holes that he leaves in his beats, if you know what I mean.
He impressed me so much, bro. Like I actually started like delving into his other projects that he had done previously, like his old catalogs and stuff. And you know, there's certain things that I stumbled across that he just made me start to think of other producers, which I wouldn't say he's similar to, but there is some sort of connections. Like I know in the States there's a producer called like RL Grime. There's a guy called Rusty, which is getting more into that dubstepy kind of thing. But some of these projects that Kid D's done, like, I could see it. Like even there's a producer or group, I don't even know what they are, but Cashmere Cat. They got one big tune that I like, and I just listening to his music, it just made me start thinking about other producers. I'm like, bro, like this guy, how has he not like been a major key in production for certain MCs that tunes? I'm just like, I just don't understand, bro. Because for me, since I heard the first tune on this project, I had the pen and pad next to me, bro. I was ready to write. Write.
Shit.
Like, do you know what tune invoked me to think about writing? Yeah, it was Vibrations. It's the Chinese, it's like the Asian sounding one, the kind of Japan sounding. It sounded like I was in like a Zen garden about to do some meditations.
I wonder if that's the one, because I think Monster said
it's got the flutes. Yeah, it's got like the flutes.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what other tune? Is it Insight? Yeah, it sounds like Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
You know when you press A and they come with the rockets. Yeah, man.
This project is beautiful for me, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, my Percy is inside.
Yeah, inside.
Anything for you,
Anything for you,
bruv. I can hear. I listen to that on the beach or something, fam. Like, bruv, that's what I'm saying, bruv. Listen to this project. Like, for me, this is nothing new to me. Like, even Mature Grime Volume 1 is cold. But yeah, like I said, like, he should be a staple. Like, for me, he's in my top 10 grime producers right now.
Okay.
But I feel like I feel like I'm on the top of the mountain screaming Kid D and no one's hearing me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that what the fuck? I don't get it. I don't even know like how people like know him like that, how deep. But he has done bits. He's even done a tune with 6-7. And it's a Kid D beat. He didn't do a drill beat. They were just doing their drill flows on the Kid D.
His beat, sick.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I actually really don't know how it's going over people's heads. But, bruv, you see, grime production that isn't like reminiscent of the old school, but it's current and like, bruv, like I could even hear like rappers fucking with this. Not saying like it's a hip hop thing, but it's got a certain wave to it,
vibe,
like,
certain tunes,
yeah, fam, and it's really open. Like, and I know you said Matt, like it's maybe loopy, but this is where it's because I feel like his beats were made for the vocal.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Is like you can hear the pockets, you can hear the space for the MCs.
Yeah, it's easy listening, proper easy listening still, man.
Like, I wouldn't be upset, if I paid some money and said to a producer, right, I need an album worth of, I know people don't really do music like that anymore, but like, I need like 10 tunes, and that's what he sent back to me. I'd be able to make something work for every one of them songs.
Bruv, that's album grime. To me, you want album grime, go to Kid D.
Yeah, like you'll be able to make something work. So what are you rating it?
4. Yeah.
I was strong 4, like a strong 4.
4, definitely strong.
Maybe even, strong 4. It's weird because 4 doesn't feel like enough, but 4.5 feels like too much because there's always room for improvement.
I'm intrigued. Like now, I know about my man. Like, bruv, like I'm intrigued to see his journey and stuff. Like I already flung this to a few MCs I knew of. I was like, bruv, you need to listen to this. You need to listen to this, bro.
Sharpen the pencil.
Yeah. And do you know what as well? He's actually just started spitting. And and he's actually good. He's good, bruv. So yeah, he's still producing, of course, but now that he's spitting, it's another dynamic to his artistry that I'm looking forward to seeing develop. Yeah, Kid D, I've got nothing but good things to say to him still. Proper.
Right, man, sick. Right, we got a bag of singles that come out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're giving it a rating, innit? So we settled on a 4, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
D, sick. A bag of singles that have come out. We're just gonna rattle through them. Have you listened to most of them? All of them?
I have.
So start with Jaykae and Rukid, Novacaine. Tune bangs.
Yeah, man.
The video, Jaykae's voice gets me every time.
Is that your Brum accent? Yeah.
Hey, listen, I can do a Birmingham accent, Don. Like, I can do Birmingham accent. I used to chill with Birmingham man all the time. So me doing Birmingham thing is different, but Jaykae's accent's not even full on Birmingham. He's got like a slightly darker, deeper tone. But yeah, do you know what it is? Yeah, it's not even about the lyrics. I don't think I've properly even clocked the lyrics of the song. I just get lost in everything else that's going on. It's like,
video for this?
Yeah, the video is like a GTA thing. It's like
animated thing.
Yeah, it's like it's a cross between GTA and like Dawn of the Dead, bruv.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And it's sick. And then it's the guitars. It's like the Spanish, the guitars that are going on. I feel like I'm watching Narcos. like with the beat and yeah, Rukid's
I
done
think
it
that's
again.
probably the whole theme because the tune basically him talk about cocaine.
Cocaine, yeah,
Like
Novacaine, yeah.
people see that's probably the inspiration, like the guitars, narcos, cocaine, boom, boom, boom. But
Yeah,
even like the visuals,
yeah, the
like
visuals
them,
are
the
amazing.
zombies or whatever. I guess those are the
People,
isn't it?
yeah, people on yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Good song.
One of my favorite grime tunes right now.
Like I can easily give that a 5 because I'm not sure what it's missing.
Nah, proper.
I check
Everything.
out. So I've heard the tune in that a few times. I didn't know there was a video out for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's missing. Like I'm not sure what you could improve on that. So I'm quite happy to give that a 5. It's a sick tune. Next tune I've got here is Wiley, Bruce Wayne. Wiley's just spitting in it.
Yeah, I just thought that it's just him just spitting.
It could have been on any one of the other.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. He spits. We know Wiley can spit. Maybe he's a victim of his own success. If this was a new MC and we never heard him before and he was tearing up the tune like that, we'd be going mad about it. But it's Wiley. So I can't give that more than a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think give it a 3 still. Did you lot clock the bars for Stormzy in there?
No.
It's quite bait, man. He said, when I made BMO Field, nobody gave a shit. Someone's listening to me when I spit. If you don't know, Wiley BMO Field is basically the original to Stormzy Know Me From.
Okay.
Because even the flow, that's the exact flow as BMO Field. It's the same beat.
Okay.
And hence why he bigs him up in the intro of Know Me From. And obviously, yeah, they've had their little war. So when he was saying all that, it's like, obviously, when I heard Know Me From, I knew, okay, this is basically your BMO Field cover. But no one really cared. Stormzy was a new kid and BMO Field was just an album tune, Twitter free download thing. But yeah. But yeah, no, I like it too. The production, the explicit.
Dex is
that tune is stupid, bruv. Batman Grime.
Yeah, Batman Grime.
Well, the tune is actually, the instrumental is actually called Gotham's coming out on Beat Camp. But yeah. 3. Give that a 3. Only because bar in it, there isn't a hook. I think the tune probably would have been better if you had a hook.
Yeah.
Because I think Wiley, he can bar a head off.
I think he's a victim of how good he actually is.
Yeah, sometimes he just needs to okay, you don't need to just spray.
No, but he does. But he does do that. He does have, because when he does his pop things or he does the things where he's trying to line up his pockets, he does let the beat be. Like, imagine his biggest tune for the last 5 years. All he done was say Bossy. Yes. Godfather, man, not OJ.
He's a feature in his own tune.
Imagine. But yeah, man. The next tune I've got down there is Psychodrama, Monkstar, Sire B, and Tommy B.
I wasn't overly impressed, I must admit.
I was happy to see Monkstar back.
Yeah.
Tommy's starting to annoy me a little bit.
So what did you say? I just heard.
I heard what you said, G.
Tommy started to annoy me a little bit.
Fam. I'll be honest. I listened to it today. I'll be honest. Sometimes Monkstar's lyrics go over my head a bit.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like it went over my head in this. He didn't sound as abstract as he normally sounds.
Yeah, it wasn't very punchy with his lines. I didn't really like it.
Sire, I like Sire. I've been liking Sire.
Yeah.
In my opinion, of that kind of era of Devlin, Sire, Dogsy, OT crew, Sire was probably my favorite, and I really enjoyed when he went to Roll Deep. And then Tommy B. Sometimes I just feel like he says words.
What, for the sake of it?
Yeah, sometimes he just says words.
Yeah. This tree doesn't really have that much replay value for me. Like, I listen to it, I'm like, okay, it's not shit in the slightest, but
No.
I think Sia's probably got the strongest verse, but there isn't necessarily anything about this tune that's making me want to listen to it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll probably give it a 2.
Yeah.
And that's not even like, it's not even a bad tune, but I guess
There's
for
no
what Monks,
replay value.
yeah, there's no replay value for what Monkstar has brought to the table. It's just a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah. Next one I've got down here is Money to Make by Rowdy.
I quite liked it, to be fair.
Yeah, it's good, man.
And the reason why I say that is because I've never really listened to much of Rowdy, like his own tunes, to be honest with you. And when I heard this, that when I have seen Rowdy, he's been quite ecstatic and
Yeah.
erratic. And
It's
just,
Rowdy.
yeah, so like to hear him on this, he had a little bit more to say. It was more constructive.
I was like, I'd rather just chill at home with my daughter. Like,
Yeah,
he's
like,
chill.
it was just a different side to him, so I kind of fucked with it. Like, do you know what I mean? I didn't get the excitement which you usually get from him from his character, so I liked it, man.
Well, you know what, Rowdy, I'll be honest, I think Rowdy's better than this. He's got better tunes than this.
Yeah, he has got better tunes.
Yeah, because for me, I don't want to hear Rowdy on drill, to be honest with you. Especially the way he attacked it with the flow. It was definitely in like a drill trap pocket. It's all right. He's definitely got tunes. He's been dropping a couple of tunes recently.
Yeah, but he's been active. Like, I know him personally, innit? And yeah, man, he's been active.
But I think the other tunes that he's dropped lately are better.
Yeah, man, and his freestyle that he done a few months ago was sick. I can't remember what it was. Flirt had done one as well. The one where it's like, he used to be a foolish boy. Like, do you want to be a foolish boy? But anyway, yeah, man, Rowdy, I think that's a 3.
I'll give it a 3.
Maybe even a 0.5 because I might listen to it. I'll probably listen to it again.
I would. I know.
Like, yeah.
Probably
I mean,
a 1.
Oh dear.
No, listen, I know Rowdy's cool, but I'll just be honest, bro. You got better tunes. And
yeah, no, he got better songs. He definitely has got better. Like even like Shame on You. Yeah, he's got rhythms.
Shame on You, I like that tune. I used to play that a lot. Yeah, I'll take a Shame on You over this. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's like the drill thing is crossing over a bit too much in grime in terms of I'm hearing. I don't mind some drill elements in the production if it's done well and merged well, but I'm just hearing too much grime vocals on drill beats. Now, to be fair, I wouldn't even say it's a grime vocal, but yeah, I don't know. You know, it's like I hear enough drill as it is, and I don't know, man.
It's crossing into our sacred space.
Yeah, it reminds me of 2010 when trap was creeping into grime.
Too much.
Yeah, too much. Where it gets a bit hazy. It was like, hey, yo, there's grime beats out there. Don't forget.
J Beats is making beats.
Yeah. Yes, I'm available for work, guys.
The last one we're going to speak about in depth, or a little bit in depth, is probably the best single that's come out since quarantine. Maybe that and Jaykae, and that is this one by Queenie, Lioness, and Stush. The energy on this tune is disgusting in all the good ways. It's just 3 females, and it's not even about the fact that they're females. Just, I don't know, they piqued my interest. When I was listening to, like, the beat is just in your face, the bars are in your face, and whenever you see the name Stush on the rhythm, you know, you're just gonna get a whole lot of yard flow and a whole lot of screw face and just.
Yeah, it's a banger. It's a banger still. They all delivered.
Absolute banger. Lioness has been sick from early. Still, that's my line. Queenie and obviously Stush. Like, yeah.
Hold on a sec. I've got a gripe. Yeah. Do you know what, Matt? Go tree.
No. I was going to say that it's a banger. It's a banger still.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, because I know guys are trying to move on, but hold on. Are we not going to talk about Ghetts Microsoft Word?
I was going to talk about Ghetts Microsoft.
Yeah, I was trying to put your routine with this thing, because, I didn't know where you're going next.
Nah, he was shuffle mode with this still.
Do you know what it was? It was what I could find on YouTube, what I was listening to on YouTube when I was writing my notes, and what was only available on Spotify. And so we give a rating to that to Queenie, and that's a straight 4.5. It's an absolute banger for your top. I wish we could go out more and there are more people on the road, so when I got my windows down and I'm blowing it out at top speed, other people can hear what I'm listening to. It's a straight 4.5.
I'll give it a 3 still. 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, I'll go with a 3.5.
Yeah. Cool. Ghetts Microsoft Word, absolute clanger. The only reason why I decided to skip over it a little bit is because I'm sure everyone's heard it already, and everyone's had their opinion on it because it's an absolute even the fucking visuals, and that was a throwaway tune. It was a throwaway. It's not even on his fucking Spotify. It's only on. It's only on. Everywhere. It was just a bored. I'm bored. He's just bored. So it's like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna shell down the place and keep it moving. That's the only reason why I didn't really say too much about it, or don't really feel like we need to say too much because it's Ghetts. And it's
I hear you still, but bruv, I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the 6 tunes that come out during lockdown. Even there's attention to detail with certain little things where you said Packs from Cali, and then there's a little West Coast G-Funk lead in there. I'm like, oh, swindle, bruv. Bruv, you know when you get the vocals back and you do post-production, bruv, this tune, there's bars that I'm just kind of clocking, there's, bruv, metaphors, flows, pockets, every, checklist for why Ghetts is a top tier barer.
And then just the visuals. Just merges it together. It just goes, it's like sick over here, and it just goes, and it just makes it, it's like a Megazord now.
And it's a simple video. It's just an isolation thing, but it's like
man's
you're
at home on skates. But because the fact, if it wasn't inverted, then I don't think I would feel the same. I don't think it felt the same. Because it was inverted, it just felt
exactly. Yard isolated on his roller skates, rolling around the yard, whoever that woman was. Bro, it was hard.
I'm giving that 5. I'm giving that straight 5, bro. And that's a throwaway tune. So what is gonna come next?
Like I said, Ghetts and P Money need to do the clash. It's not gonna happen because they are 2 people that I can't see losing. The only thing that I could see happening between Ghetts and P Money is I could possibly see Ghetts turning back into Ghetto and losing some composure. And he might lose because he might get a bit rash. That's the only thing that I can see that would swing the balance in that, because they're both, I haven't heard them waste a lyric, either of them, in the last 6 years or so, 7 years.
You might go to Clark mode, you never know.
But yeah, man.
You know what? Now that you mentioned 2, now there's been quite some years past their beef. I actually would like to see them collab at this point now.
Collab, there'll be no bars. Like my head would probably explode because there'll be too much to take in.
I think that tune will be an elite tune, man. Like, yeah, bruv. I'm so past that thing now.
Yeah, no, I think they are as well. But like, if they ever did a tune together, the replay value on that would be so high, bruv. Because I know I'll be missing bars first time I listen by listening to it, and I'll be clocking new bars every time I'm listening to it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it'll be a moment. It'll be a moment for Grime because I don't know if there's been that much moments where guys have clashed and they've squashed it and made a tune. I know, fair enough. There's fucking with a team. Was it fucking with a team remix? Way better no movement. But there's a few moments. But like
even Bounty Killer and Beanie, like it'll be that kind of thing because obviously they didn't like each other.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, man. Yeah, just D-Double obviously re-released Frontline. If you don't know, then you need to know. That's a foundation. Not even gonna give that a rating. Game Boy, Jammer, and SBK. It's all right
for me.
It's all right. And what is it? 8-bar code? 8-bar code now?
Barcode 8.
8-bar code. Yeah,
Barcode 8 by Durrty Dugs.
I really like that, to be honest with you.
You say you didn't?
No, I did. I really did like it.
Okay,
yeah,
man.
Goodz has been going in on these barcode 3-star series. I don't know if people's been preying enough, but Goodz, gold, man. I don't just say that term loosely either.
Do you know, this might sound a bit blasphemous, yeah? But back in the day, I thought like Goodz or Dugs was on this different pedestal that only a few people were on. Now, I think everyone's level is kind of raised to be a bit closer to him, and I don't feel like he has excelled because he was so far ahead back in like 04. Like in 04, he was so far ahead of everyone else that everyone's caught up, and there was nowhere really for him to really go anymore.
But
now
so far ahead in what way?
Just bars and content and just delivery and everything. Like he was when people were going, you get punched in the face, Dan. Durrty Dugs was doing triple entendres.
Yeah. There was a few other MCs lyrically, content-wise, it wasn't. I didn't have basic bars.
Yeah, no, of course.
Dugs back then was in a different space.
Yeah, he was in a different space, whereas I feel like people now have caught up and maybe I've just taken him for granted. Like, for example, top 3 selected remix. Yeah, 6 MCs and 3 have got to be rejected. When that came out, I didn't know where to put Dugs. I didn't know who was top 3. It was like impossible. Remember when we revisited Ghetto Gospel?
Yeah.
It was quite easy. Dugs was probably the easiest person to eliminate.
Or to eliminate from the remix.
Yeah. Once I re-listened to it, it was quite simple that it was Ghetts, Wretch, and Kano.
When you break it down like that as well,
I don't think he had a better verse than Wretch, to be honest with you.
Who?
So no, I think he had a better verse than Wretch, to be honest, on that tune. But you know what it is? You see, Wretch, I feel like he's good, he's sick, but sometimes he sounds a bit awkward on Grime because he's kind of like rapping on Grime.
I think he's always sounded awkward on Grime, always.
Not always, no, I don't think, but more time, because this is the thing. I think he sounded the most awkward on Grime maybe on sets when he's trying to perform.
Yeah, and
when he's trying to shell. But when he makes a tune, there's a tune with Tension on Tisha's Training Day, produced by Terror Danger. When he makes the more conceptual Grime tunes, that's when I feel like he sounds the best on Grime. But yeah, anyway, regarding to top 3 selected remix, bruv, you see Dirty Goodz flow, yeah? I feel like it's one of the most unmatched flows in grime, bruv. Like,
Yeah, no, and flows, yeah, but I feel like there was some bars that were wasted. Some things where he just said like in the other three there wasn't much where I was like, you maybe like Ghetts undoubtedly bodies it, and I think Wretch wins. Like Wretch gets in there because of the wordplay with his name,
His metaphors and shit.
and Kano is just Kano. But yeah, man, like but Dougs like Barcode 8, it's a rhythm.
I think it's hard.
It is hard.
Yeah.
It is hard.
I want to hear another project from him now because, yeah, it's been. I know he's dropped a couple bits and pieces, but I don't know. I haven't. The way Goodz' thing is different, man. Like he's there, but he's not there.
It's not there.
It's
Yeah.
like, like if you catch it, you catch it. It's not widespread.
He's sending for Drake, and
yeah, that threw me off still. But you know, he's got classic projects in it, like Axiom,
yeah,
Ultrasound. It's like,
Ultrasound, yeah, I remember that.
I would like to see how it would match up to something you would make now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Put it this way, like I wouldn't really want to see him. Like when I say I wouldn't, I'd be scared for any MC that would try to clash him, because he will take off anyone's head. Like I'm not disrespecting.
Bruv, listen, I feel like he got Wiley twice.
Yeah, panties busted, both and cameras. Oh shit, that's what happens. Hey, what I'm saying is I heard that all in one's got a copy. And he confirmed. He's been back about on in social media, but we need to actually slightly wrap up because we've been going for a minute. Whoa. This is a marathon. What I would say is though, before I go, do you know who the king of grime on Instagram has been since this lockdown?
No.
Teddy. Hey, listen,
yeah.
Silencer has for the last 3 weeks had the best show on Instagram by far. Like no one, no, not what I've seen. For pure nostalgic value and just shellings on the crossfader and on the pitch controller, he has been doing bits. There are other DJs that have been doing bits that have been catching bits of Spooky, and whatever. But for nostalgia and just the concentration of man that know in the chat, he's like at one point there was only like 30 people in the chat in the room. Bare blue ticks, bare just royalty of grime, just getting gassed off of what Teddy's playing. And Teddy's playing dub plates. He's playing tunes that you forgot. Do you remember a guy called Trigger D?
Yeah.
It's Trigger D gangster. Yeah. Bruv, no one else is playing Trigger D at this moment, blood. I forgot he even existed.
I don't even know who that is, bruv.
Trigger D.
Yeah, some deeper East man in some low-key crew, bruv.
Literally. Do you remember Flippy Smalls?
Yeah.
Bootleg he used to spit with Flippy Smalls and Stutter. And Silence, and like,
oh man, you bring back names, boy.
Yeah, gangster, Trigger D. So yeah, like he's and just the vibes that he's bringing in. That it's Saturday. I think it's like Saturday 8 till 10 on Insta.
What is he just playing old school?
He's playing a bit. He's just going wherever it goes. And I remember he used to have a set on Rinse. I'm sure it was Rinse. Back in the day. To
be fair, not even back in the day. To be fair, like even before lockdown, he had a set on Rinse, but he was back on Rinse.
I think he'd done International Grime Day, which was this year.
He did.
But he used to do like a graveyard shift.
Yeah, he had a set on. All of them did
Yeah,
sit on there.
on rinse. But I'm sure he used to do like a graveyard shift, starting all now and finishing at like 3, like midnight till 3 or whatever. And he just used to shell, and it just took me back to them days. So yeah,
Because I
locked
remember I
in.
used to lock in. I think it was like Spyro and Vectra, Elijah Skillium,
Was that
and
Saturdays?
Spooky. Like all of
It
them.
was.
I think
Was
that was
that
Super
Saturday?
Sunday or something like
No,
that.
Super Sundays. No, Super Sunday was 7 o'clock. Newham Generals, 9 o'clock. Roll Deep, 11 o'clock. Rough Squad, 1 o'clock. N-Type.
When you take that way back, blood.
Grime Boomers.
Right. I used to lock in. I used to have my dinner. Yeah. Make sure I was upstairs by 7 o'clock. Take Pro Evo out of the case, and that was me for the night.
Boy, how times have changed, man.
Yeah, can't even do radio now. So IG Live is the new radio, fam.
Yeah, trust.
No, but Shark had his birthday thing on Flex
I didn't even watch it.
I know Flex FM has still been broadcasting and doing their thing, DJs and
I think that's the first time, if I'm not mistaken, where they've had guests or whatever in the studio. I don't even know if Flex have been operating.
Yeah, now my boss, he is into his drum and bass and that. And Flex FM has still been broadcasting, just DJs, no guests and that, just DJs, resident DJs. But yeah,
What DJs from home?
Huh?
What is it? DJs DJing from home?
No, going into the studio, one man thing.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Social distancing and that.
Yeah, but I think because of the easing of the lockdown, we're probably going to see a bit more.
Yeah, of course. I've seen people out there filming videos. I've seen certain people crashing Ferraris into buses.
Mad.
I've seen a man winding up girl at functions.
Yep.
Yes, mad.
Back at it, yeah, shit.
Really out here. What man saying? Carnival. Anyway.
Yeah, you man.
Hey, what Mac? Cotton. Oh, wait, actually. Hey, I'll take the Warzone crew.
Trust.
You're saying Gulag Massive?
Gulag Massive.
I need to download the rest of these zip files, blood.
Oh, yeah. Giving out zips like a virus. Corona.
Stop.
Hey, Ears to the Road. It's been emotional. Hey, and I doubt anyone's even still listening, but if you're listening, listen out for the Grime Reality My Ends episodes we got coming out pretty soon.
Can I say something quickly? I've got an EP coming out on June the 5th.
You should have said this at the beginning.
Yeah, I just remembered, to be honest with you. I'm not narcissistic like that. Hey, I'm dropping the same day as Wiley, but don't rub me out because I know I'm not Wiley. But
yours probably will release and Wiley's might not.
Yeah, that's a good possibility.
To be fair, it was meant to drop
1st of January?
This Friday, which would have been 1 second. It would have been the 29th. But
wait, yours or his?
His, but he pushed it back to the 5th, which is now dropping on my release date.
He was supposed to release on the 1st of January.
This thing's coming like
It's Godfather 3, isn't it?
Yeah, this thing's coming like detox
January
now,
time.
bro.
Yeah, detox, bro. This thing ain't never releasing, but
what I'm saying is, I know how to ride up the net to get my pockets them going. And with that, nothing but love to the YouTube viewers. Well, like up and share up and all of that, because man's trying to get them Joe Rogan deals.
Trust
me. It's 100 milli.
A milli. I'm just trying to blow and get a milli.
Yeah, £100 would be too bad. But 100 milli one day.
Listen, £100 episode, I'll be quite happy. I can't lie. For now. 6 month negotiation team.
Trust.
Yeah. Love, peace.
Don't know.